Hello and welcome to SimpCast. I don't even remember what number this is. Um, it is Sunday. Just coming down from a very exciting long weekend in the Poconos. But before we recap all that, I want to mention a couple of shows coming up. I'm going to be with Comedians of the Compound uh, in Atlantic City on April 22nd and 23rd at the Celebrity Theater inside of the Claridge Hotel. Those are going to be Anthony Cumia's birthday show. So come check it out. Would love to see you guys there. And if you haven't purchased my album yet, live from January 6th, you can do so on Amazon or iTunes. And thank you to everybody who has bought the album and enjoyed it so far. I had a really good run. I was like at number one for a good 10, 11 days. So I appreciate you guys so much. Legendary. Speaking of legendary, Brittany Venti is here.
Hello.
Hello, Venti. This is like where the rest of the SimpCast people are running a little bit late. But you know what? We got enough show right here. Venti, we just dropped you off at your spot that you're staying in New York. What did you think of the whole Poconos Content House situation? Like it just ended. I feel like I'm just rubbing down not even the goosebumps, but I feel like it all happened so fast.
Yeah, I felt like it was slow at first, and then I feel like we skipped an entire day. Like I feel like I went to sleep on Friday and I woke up and it was over.
Yeah, it went really, really fast. It's like
I thought it was good.
we got there Wednesday and it was just like, "Oh, we have the whole weekend." The weekend hasn't even properly started yet. And then I feel like so Wednesday was just settling in, and then Thursday was all about okay, who's coming, who's not, who's canceling last minute, who got one of the guys that was supposed to come, Frank's friend who's a DJ, came down with COVID suddenly, and I was like, who is even catching COVID anymore? I was like, I thought we were done. I thought Putin cured it all. So
I thought Will Smith's slap cured it and canceled World War III too.
Yeah, I thought Slapgate and Putin cured COVID. And unfortunately, Elsa Jean had to bail. She wasn't feeling well either. But we got a nice last minute couple of additions, like Gigi Dior came through, and then Kristen Carney came up Saturday. So it was so fun. What was it like? Because I'm sure a lot of the girls that you met this weekend, you had, done streams with. And I think a lot of you guys were meeting for the first time. Did it feel like a little bit weird, or did you feel like, all right, I already know these people?
It felt normal to me. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone looks kind of the same as they do on camera, minus a few details that you couldn't see unless it were 4K HD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like everyone was the same in real life as they were on cam, if not nicer.
Yeah. So we did a 48-hour long live stream, which is a crazy undertaking. I've never even done a 24-hour live stream. So I was like, I don't know how we're going to do this, because as soon as it hit 10, 11 o'clock that first night and people were getting drowsy, I was like, are we really going to keep going with this? So it was wild. I think I thought the hardest shift was going to be 3, 4 in the morning, but it turned out that I think the hardest shift for people to do was from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., the very early morning shift. So shout out to Brittany. She did great. She covered, you did, I think at one point 12, 8 to 12 hours straight.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm a night owl anyway, so it was kind of normal for me to be up at 4 or 5 a.m. But as you said, it definitely got harder toward 6, 7, 8 a.m. That's when I'm really tired.
Yeah.
And I remember waking up to Marshall going, "Ah, I want to
I'm
go to bed.
done.
Ah!"
I'm done. I think, and I asked him about that. I was like, were you having, as Venti would like to say, a melty? I was like, were you having a melty? Because there was no one there to relieve you. And it sounded like he was just lashing out for anyone to come get him. But he told me that he was just joking with the chat, that somebody made a comment who is this guy? He's got really big ears. And he he hammed it up and played it up like he was like really affected by the ear comment. So he was just joshing. Yeah, I think it was fun. And it was great to see like people that you wouldn't normally like Marshall and Lindsay, who are like kind of friends, and but it was great because he took the sleeping stream on, like he was there. I think he did that. He slept for like a good 2-3 hours, and he just had the camera on him with the microphone like near his mouth, his head on the pillow. He had pillows on the couch with the blanket on him, and like slept for a good like 2-3 hours. There's a
I'm still
super
laughing. I can't stop thinking. I can't concentrate because I just keep thinking about when we were done with the karaoke stream, like right at the end, and we're sitting at the laptop, and you guys are typing stuff like "suck my dick," and Chrissy's just drunk going tee hee tee, click show comment on people saying things like that.
Mhm.
I forgot what the other one was. I can't check because I'm on my phone. I wrote it down, but it was so funny.
I'm gonna share this, and then like I know you guys have probably seen this already, but if you haven't, I'm obsessed with this clip. So this is from Fealty Gamer, Meta Fealtyverse. He tweeted this out. I guess, yeah, a little while ago. This was today. Wow. Okay. Yesterday he tweeted this out. I have been enjoying the Chrissie Mayr Pocono Stream House with all the wild, unique people so much. I had to have some fun with the moment that I woke up to today. Thanks, Chrissy, Frank, and everyone for the laughs. Morning, Marshall. I especially love Barley Creek Brewery. And so here is a super freaking hilarious clip. This gives you guys, if you didn't catch any of the live stream this weekend, this gives you a good sense of like kind of like the off peak times of the stream, and also a good introduction to our good friend Marshall Beaupre.
48
I don't know if you can
hour
hear this.
live stream
Yeah.
shit show with entertainers and content creators from all walks of life looking to see who is going to die on camera first. And I think we have our winner. He is silent now. Oh, there he is. Okay. Do y'all think he's anticipating getting fucked with, or do you not think that far ahead?
So Marshall's snoring. The air on the
So
tire.
we're checking out, right?
Woo!
Wait from our sponsors. God, what the fuck? How's it getting worse? Here's Rory McIlroy approaching the tee. We're at the 12th hole. 45 right now.
I'm like, is he trying not to wake him up?
Ooh, a little windy. 62 degrees and sunny. Wind gusts about 8 to 10 miles per hour.
Is that Lindsay trying to wake him up or Zia?
That's Gigi.
Oh, they're all blonde.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
There were too many blondes to keep track of at the content house. Yet Gigi's trying to put a blanket over him.
Thanks.
Oh, the plan was to cover him in pillows as everyone woke up. Oh.
Guess who's back? Cut cam.
Catch him good. Oh, go back to sleep. He's tuckered out.
You can join my OnlyFans. Oh, for you.
Oh my God. This is so funny. And like Marshall's not a comedian. He's like a big comedy fan. I don't know. I just love this thing is there's tons of funny people in this world, and they're not all stand-up comics. A lot of them are our friends and whatever, colleagues, acquaintances. I mean, like Marshall and Lindsay, they're friends of mine. But God, it's just so great. Oh my God. So many laughs. We laughed so hard. And especially like so we did the 48-hour live stream, and I should have brought my signs out. So we had to hang up signs because you guys all know how YouTube works. Like you can't say certain things or else you'll get the stream taken down, which I didn't want. and I was amazed we were able to go for 48 hours. So I had signs up that said, you can't say the N word. You can't say the F word, which is a word used to describe a
Fairies.
gay gentleman. Yeah. You can't talk about, jabby things. You can't talk about the guy in
Knitters.
charge of Russia. Yeah. So we had all these signs printed of like the no-nos, like the rule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so at the end of the stream, when we hit the 48-hour mark, it was actually a really like lovely moment because we all did cheers with champagne that Anthony brought. Shout out to Anthony Cumia. He brought like a ton of champagne. Like
He makes
I
a
would
good mimosa too, by the way.
he really does. He's very good at karaoke. And we did cheers,
Good.
and then we all yelled out various different no words that we weren't allowed to say during the last 48 hours. So if you guys want to scroll to the end and and watch that, it was like our fun little like scandalous moment. And then we went and did a karaoke stream, which I thought maybe we would do that for an hour and go to bed because like I was pretty tired. But that karaoke stream ended up going for about like almost 7 hours, like 6 hours and like 45 minutes.
And at the end, we're just like on the floor screaming.
We got very emotional. We got very into our karaoke songs. A lot of just like singing from the floor. Just very, feeling the
Chrissy, at one
moment.
point, we were all like kicking around like this on the floor.
Yeah, we were being like we were doing like footsies up in the middle because that was one of like the stupid things a bunch of us like did in the hot tub. We were like, oh, like we were on camera a little bit for the hot tubs portion of it. Like it's not crazy scandalous like what some of you would imagine. We weren't like hanging out of it. Like we're in up to our shoulders. And then we were like, well, what should we do for like content? And then we just start like kicking our feet up in the middle, like a dumb thing. So then we would do that during karaoke too. It was silly. It was such a silly, goofy time. And we also had like activities planned. So on, God, I guess it was Friday. That's what I would change if I were to do this again. I would not have the activities start at 11:30 a.m. That was too early. Whoo!
We were lucky they pushed it.
Yeah, they pushed us to honestly, well, first it was 12, but we really didn't all get there and situated at the shooting place until I know it's not called the shooting place, it's called a range until 12:30, 12:40. Cause like I think that's still pretty impressive considering like didn't have like maybe any sleep. Maybe you had like an hour or two of sleep.
Yeah, it was like a few hours sleep, like maybe 3 hours. And then like when we were done with the brewery, I was like trying to get some like power, they say like power naps. It was like power minutes. I was like closing my eyes for 1 minute, just trying to like catch one Z. And then when we got back from the brewery, a single Z. And then when we got back from the brewery, I took a power nap of like an hour. So I had like 4 hours collectively on the rollerblading day.
Yeah. We went from the gun range, and you've shot guns before, right, Brittany? You were not a total beginner. I think just about all of us had shot a gun before, except for Gino, who was such a beginner, who at like how old he is, 50, 53, shot a gun for the first time. And Marshall made this video, like he caught his like very first time shooting a gun in his face, and then somebody turned it into a GIF. I still don't know if it's GIF or GIF. I keep like psyching myself out. So that was really nice to see. And I was like sweeping up like the bullets, like the casings that would pop off. But it was fun. Like there was this Rossi gun that me and Brittany both kind of liked, and it was like brown, and it's got like an under part of it that you like fling forward, and that like gets the next bullet in the chamber. So you have to like do that for each one, and then it flings up like the casing, and it's like pretty dramatic. That was my favorite one for sure. And it wasn't too heavy, and there wasn't like much of a blowback because I don't like when you have to put your face against it, just knowing it's gonna like slap you back.
Yeah, I like that. It was pretty easy to handle. Had like 5 out of 5 star handling.
5 out of 5, yeah.
And
then they had like a couple of
I took
ARs.
photos of the guns just in case if you want any of them, by the way.
Yeah. It still feels like a little bit scandalous. I'm like, ooh, I'm holding a gun. But you get more and more used to it. And one of them had like a silencer on, but you could still hear it. I think it just silenced some of it. So that was pretty cool. And it's harder than you think. Even if you really, really focus and like point as good as you can, it's like you'll still miss the target. You feel dumb. You're like, oh wow, this actually takes a lot
Yeah.
of skill.
It humbles you. You're, like, shooting it, and you have the sights right on the thing you want, right? And you pull in the target, and you see, like, "Oh, no, all the bullets are, like, on the thing that's holding the poster."
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like, what I was really nervous about is they said to us, they were like, yeah, just letting you know, it's gonna be $50 if you shoot anything but the target. And
They
I
didn't
wonder if
charge me.
and I wonder if that was just to scare us because I was like, the target's like honestly pretty small. And
Yeah.
I guess they don't want you just like willy-nilly shooting up into the ceiling or the target holder or you know,
That reminds me
something
of this
else.
episode of Nathan For You where he goes into an antique shop and he always does the business to start making money, right? So he has these like stupid ideas that are really funny for how they can make more money. So in the antique shop, he said the idea was basically to make people fall into things at the antique shop on purpose, so it
We
falls on
just
the floor and they
watched
charge him
that.
for it.
I just
Oh, you
watched
did?
that with Frank, and I'm just getting into this show. Like he really likes it, and it's starting
It's one
to
of my
grow on
favorites.
me a little bit.
I love his dry humor. It's so good.
He's
But yeah, that's
so
what reminds me
dry.
of.
He's almost too dry, Brittany. Like he's so dry. I start getting like nervous for him. Like how other people like he's very good at not cracking. And yeah, that was his whole premise is like this lady wasn't selling enough antiques and he was like, "Well, what if we keep it open 24 hours? I'll bring you some business." And she was just like, I love watching these people being like, "Okay," like just going along with it cuz he's like a sweet guy. And then he ends up getting a drunk from the bar, convinces him to put a sumo wrestling suit on and then like convince, "Oh, look, and see there's free pizza there. All you have to do is go through the antique store." And then he goes in and he like knocks over like $280 worth of shit. The lady's like, taking his money like and he's just sad with his like broken bag of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
I would love to do that show. It
You
it sounds
should.
so fun. It would be so good.
I could definitely see you I bet she does. I could definitely see you, Brittany, having like a prank show one day or like some kind of a like punking type show.
Do you watch Impractical Jokers at all?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I love that show. That's another one I would like to do. Those two shows.
I think yeah, you'd be great at that. I know one of the guys left recently, Joe Gallo. I
Mhm.
think he left to just like pursue stand up. But I'm like, who would leave Impractical Jokers? That's like the biggest show right now. They probably make like a ton of money.
Right? And stand-up, like, doesn't pay nearly as much unless you're literally on Netflix.
Yeah, unless you're like a mega household name. But then again, like I don't really know what other stand-up comics make. So yeah.
Could ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna start I'm gonna start asking around. Be like, I know this is private. Where were we that we got started on Nathan For You? Was it the gun
Oh,
range?
breaking the gun range and shooting the things that they were gonna say they're gonna charge us
Oh
for.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. You can't shoot it anywhere but at the target.
Yeah.
So I liked the variety of the targets they had at the gun range. And it was called the Poconos Pistol Club. And one of the targets was of like, I can't remember if it was Kim Jong Un or Kim Jong Il.
Yeah.
Ugh,
It
why
was
do I
Kim Jong Un. I couldn't believe
okay.
that. It seemed I didn't think that they would allow that because it just seems like something that imagine the shoe on the other foot if they had like our president or someone significant like that and they're shooting it, they would call that like terrorism or something.
Right, because
They'd
you're
be like, look at
not
those terrorists.
it's kind of illegal to have a photo of somebody as a target. Because I'm sure I was joking. It wasn't even at this time, but the last time before when I went shooting, I joked with the instructor. I was like, "Oh, could I bring in a photo of my ex-boyfriend and put it on the target?" And they were like, "Yeah, that's illegal." I was like, "Oh, whoops."
What about Kathy Griffin with her Trump head then? Where does that lay?
Oh, I was like, might be more fun. Like a Joe Biden target, I would totally a Nancy Pelosi target. I think I would actually understand the most, and it would just be her with her like hands, like doing her little knuckle rubbing thing.
Yeah, it's like part of the target. Like her head's
Yeah.
in the center. The bottom's
her-
like you get less points. Where the
Yeah, and
hands are.
what was pretty cool is like there was a zombie target, and they circle like I guess what would be like a death blow or like a death shot, and one is like obviously your heart, and one is I think like your intestine area, and then one is like a bit lower in your groin area, which we figured out was the ephemeral artery. I think it was you who said that it was the ephemeral artery.
I didn't say that. I'm not that
Dang.
smart, Chrissy.
All right. Well,
That's a
somebody
big
knew.
word.
Somebody knew. Not illegal. Okay. I don't know if it's illegal. They just won't do it. Not allowed.
It's illegal in their place.
Yeah. Because they don't want to be responsible for somebody going on a tirade. Oh, Keanu Thompson is here.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey.
Hello,
Yes.
Hello,
Welcome back.
Keanu.
Hi, sorry, I had to put my face on and it took me a minute.
Oh,
Mm,
girl. I know that.
Sorry.
I know that. I mean, that's why we started late because we like just came back I'm feeling very rushed. I'm feeling very all over the place.
I hear you. Where were
what-
you?
We were in the Poconos. We did a content house for a weekend.
How fun.
A bunch of us. I know. And now that I have you here, I'm like, damn, we got to do another one so we can invite Keanu to it.
Yeah, I want to come. Oh my God. That'll be so fun.
We did a 48-hour live stream, and there was like what 16 of us or so in this house.
Yeah.
Like people, but everybody helped out, whether it was like cooking or bringing food or like engineering the stream or like cleaning up. Everybody
All
was very
compound people too. I saw. I
not like all the compound people. Like it felt like maybe half compound people, half people I've met through like other podcasts and such.
I saw Gino's bare feet on your Instagram story. That was nice.
Oh my God. See, that's the thing is like, yeah, I didn't know. Yeah.
That's the kind
Gino-
of content we all live for.
Gino was very, yeah, he had his feet out there. And then we're like, Gino, put on some socks. We don't want to see your bare feet. And then he put on these socks that were like kitty cat paws.
Oh
And we're like,
God.
that's no better. That is not a step up. I'm going to, before I forget, I'm going to do a quick shout out from our sponsor. Let's see if I can play this music. Ooh. Guys, we've seen so many people make ridiculous money from crypto, but did you know that it's easy for you to do the same? The Copy My Crypto membership site shows you the exact cryptos that YouTuber James McMahon, it sounds like the guy who would do Publishers Clearinghouse. It was another person named McMahon. I don't know. I'm rambling. But the Copy My Crypto membership allows you to see the exact cryptos that James McMahon personally holds and allows you to copy him. It's like having a big brother who knows what he's doing. You don't need to know a thing about crypto or how to invest. You simply just do what he does. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about James. He runs the Crypto with James YouTube channel, which despite heavy censorship has over 16,000 subscribers and 1 million views. Since March of 2020, he's told his viewers to buy 26 crypto coins. Had you put in $100 into each one, it would now be worth over $66,000. Of the 26 coins, I know, I'm like, where was this stuff? How come I'm late to the boat here?
I was too late.
Bless you.
Thank
Of
you.
the 26 coins, his topic of the year, a coin called Phantom, is currently up around 440 times from when he started. That one call alone has retired a number of people, including guys and girls in their 20s and 30s. Remember, this is public knowledge. You can go to YouTube and verify this for yourself. So if you're thinking that this might be the way to go and you'd like to join the 1,300 members who copy James, then stop what you're doing and head over to copymycrypto.com/Mayr. That's spelled MAYR. You'll not only find proof of everything I've said, but my listeners get full access for just $1. You won't find this offer anywhere else, but act fast because this is a New Year offer and it will expire soon. That's copymycrypto.com/MAYR. Don't take this offer lightly. He's the real deal. Go visit the site now. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Woo.
Ooh, that was a good ad.
Crushing
You're good
it.
at that.
Really? Thank you. It's only
I-
taken
Killing
many
it, Chrissy.
tries. Thank you, Venti. Oh my goodness. Keanu, are you dating anybody right now?
I'm seeing yeah, I'm seeing a man.
Okay. Okay.
We've been together a little while.
See, that's what like, that was another thing I was worried
The
about. Like,
old guy. Yeah.
the old guy.
Yeah.
How would he feel if you were invited to go to like a content house?
He
And
can fucking put up with it.
okay.
Yeah. If he had a problem, then I'd be like, bye.
And you'd be like, look, I'm going to this house. There's going to be, it's funny. It's like, I'm a grown ass woman, yet I'm still saying there's going to be boys there.
No, he's, I have an OnlyFans. He's got to deal with that too. I don't do anything with doesn't mean if you're going to be men in the house, I'm going to do anything. He's a little more old fashioned, but he's got to get with 2022, man. So
Okay, and by old fashioned, I wonder if this is something because like the more friends I have that do OnlyFans and the more girls I meet that do OnlyFans, the more I feel like this becomes a common thing. Is there an assumption like when you interact with your fans and you're seeing a guy right now, do you think a lot of your fans assume that because you do OnlyFans that you're like in some kind of an open relationship?
I don't know. They may think that or may not know that I'm in a relationship at all, but I don't really interact. I don't really give them the girlfriend experience. I just send pictures and, talk to them like I would just talk to anybody. I don't really be like, hey, baby, or do any of that because it's just not me, So I don't think my fans are really thinking that they're like my boyfriend, My boyfriend's friends, they're like all uptight and old people. And they think I'm a prostitute. Like I'm constantly defending like myself, and they think they're like, well, she has sort of odd hours, doesn't she? I'm like, I work in a restaurant too.
Wow.
I think I'm a lady of the night. It's ridiculous. They just don't get it, and I guess
Well, what would be the problem with being a prostitute?
That's what I say. I'm like, there wouldn't to me. I don't knock that either. People make money in different ways, but no, they're just
because by definition, on a technicality, if you sell anything sexual activity wise, it counts as prostitution. So it's like if it's transactional and you engage in a sexual activity for payment, meaning payment of anything, it's prostitution according to Google.
Brittany just called you a prostitute.
So I am a prostitute.
On a technicality, that is what it says.
Oh.
I mean, they think I'm like meeting up with people in person and having sex with them behind my boyfriend's back. Like that's what they assume. And it's all the women. All the dudes don't care.
How old are they? Because
40,
sounds like they don't really know what it is.
40 to 50. Yeah. And then, but I'm like, all these women are subscribers. I'm like, quit subscribing, you freak. Like, and my pictures are very mild. I mean, they're not, it's nothing crazy. And I don't even knock, I don't knock any of that, but I definitely feel a lot of judgment from them. And it's between me and my boyfriend, right? Not between them. Like,
how do you deal with like negative comments? I feel like this is I don't know, this feels like something that's like come up for me a lot recently is like you go through these waves of like you feel tough, you feel strong, you feel like you can handle it, and then you have like weak moments where like you will succumb to the comments, or one comment in particular will like really get under your skin. And I was just talking about this with like Kristen Carney, who she's been on Compound Media a bunch, and she was like at the house as well. And she's like, she was saying, she's like, yeah, like once in a while, like I'll just read the comments and then I'll really be bothered. And we were like, yeah, I think it's always something that you're kind of feeling to begin with. It might be true. And then you see it in a comment and you're like, it hits you kind of extra hard.
I love a good mean comment.
You do?
I think the meaner it's the funnier it is. Or who's always making us, I don't know if they do this to you. There's that Twitter guy that always makes me like morbidly obese.
God, what was his name? I can't remember. Plantis
Evil
or something.
Sam.
Evil Sam.
Yeah. Shout out to him. He put a dick on me the other day. That one I had to delete. It looked too real, and I just couldn't take it anymore. But yeah, I always go like, oh, I'm a badass bitch or whatever. But when these people are in like my real life doing this stuff to me and sort of talking behind my back like I'm I don't know. And whatever I am. They're nice to my face, and I'm the nicest chick ever. So yeah, that people in my real life talking about me gets on my nerves, but
more so
online,
than like a random stranger. Yeah.
No. Or like who said it? I got one on a Chip Chipperson episode. Those are the meanest comments ever. Somebody's like,
Yeah.
Somebody was like, Keanu's face looks like David Duchovny's elbow.
Wow, that's so creative. That's funny. I've
Right?
seen like negative
It's out there.
comments. Like people will say negative comments about Zia too. She's like the regular co-host now of Chip
Yeah.
Chipperson. And I just don't understand. I don't know what that is, or maybe it's just part of being a female and you got to work on the like you're not going to please everyone, like stop. I don't know, you have to train yourself to not care.
No, it's either you're too fat or you're too skinny, your face is ugly, or I mean, on the other hand, there's a lot of nice comments too. I don't care what strangers. That's exactly like stand up. I don't want my friends watching me do stand up ever. But I don't care what strangers think,
Yeah.
Still have people I know judging me.
Right, because when we were seeing a lot of negative comments, especially in the karaoke stream, they're like, "You guys suck," and we're thinking like, "Hey, like, you don't have to watch this. You could be watching anything. Like, you're the one who's up at 6 a.m. watching us do bad karaoke in a poorly lit living room in the Poconos."
I have to go next time. I want to go.
Would it have been weird? Because I feel like perhaps an ex of yours may have been in attendance. Would that have been weird, or would you have been?
You don't mean the crazy one.
No.
You mean like the one I
didn't know if you're like out about it. Yeah, like
hey, Gino.
Yeah.
Oh no. I just bone him every once in a while. He's not
Okay.
like an ex, but
Okay.
yeah, I think my boyfriend knows that too.
Okay.
So it wouldn't have been weird. I don't think, would he find that weird?
That's the thing. I didn't know. I'm like, And
He's got a girlfriend now too. I mean,
yes, he does. And he was like,
This is getting too complicated. There's too many variables
Yeah.
in a relationship. I'm lost.
you're right. No, me and Gino are the ones who'll be like, "What's the big deal?" And then
so Keanu used to date Gino, who Brittany. You met him. You met him many times.
Oh,
but
that Gino.
he was-
Okay.
That Gino. Yes.
I used to sleep with him when I used to we used to hang and bang.
I was gonna say
dating. Yeah.
I was gonna say date. Yeah.
We didn't
The
date.
chat wants a review.
A review
Yeah.
of what?
The what?
Of when you used to bang Gino. They want a review.
Oh, you want performance notes?
Oh, he's every time we boned, we would be unbelievably wasted. So
Oh,
it's never been bad. I don't know how many times we banged. A few times.
So not memorable? Is that what you're saying, Keanu?
No, it's memorable. He's great. But now you know what? Maybe I'm not supposed to be saying this. I don't know if he talks about it. So sorry, Gino.
I don't think he.
I don't think he
you're
really
not,
does.
You're not saying anything negative at all about him. Gino is a blast. Gino is such a good time.
He's the best. He's a good friend. And yeah,
They're saying in chat his biscotti.
Oh,
You dunked his biscotti in your tea.
oh boy.
You moistened the biscotti.
That's right. Oh God. It's so embarrassing.
But it's so funny. Like it sometimes feels like a small world because you will, like, I've dated some comedians. There's an ex of mine that is like very much in my circle now, and you have to just learn to be polite and cordial. Like, I mean, at the least you want to be polite and cordial, but sometimes you can end up being really good friends with an ex and work with them creatively.
Yeah. I mean, I still see Gino at Compound and stuff. I still talk to him all the time, or not like all the time, but he's got a girlfriend. I've got a man. We're not.
That's
I
good.
don't know. Yeah, we never dated. We never went on a date. Like we would just get wasted and bone. Like that was all. But
okay, I wasn't trying to out your. When I say date, I mean bone.
Yeah, bone. I don't mind. I don't care if I don't mind talking about it. I don't know if he.
No, I think Gino's like the least awkward person. I think it's impossible for him to feel awkward. He really like owns everything he does and says.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's the most charming dude ever. It's true.
Yeah. And he was doing karaoke. Was Gino doing karaoke? I know that actually no, Kumia was. And what was cool to see is like all the Compound people know that Kumia loves karaoke, but a lot of the viewers on the stream didn't know that about him, and they were just like, "Oh wow, he's really good." Like you expect typical karaoke, everyone's just like scream shouting.
Oh my God. Kumia loves karaoke. What does
Yes.
he sing? What do you sing?
What
we
were
sung. We rickrolled the chat. We sung "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Never Gonna Give You Up. We sang Toxic by Britney Spears. That was really fun.
Oh, fun.
That was like a lot of the girls were singing. And Lindsay, Marshall's girlfriend, Lindsay, also loves karaoke, and she's so fun too.
I live above a karaoke bar.
Really?
Yeah, I can hear you wake up.
Do you live in
Dennis is-
Chinatown?
No, I'm on Upper East Side, but
Okay.
I'm like laying in bed. I'm like, oh, Dennis is singing the Click 5 again. Like they're open till 4 a.m. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. I thought I was over karaoke, and then you start doing it, and you're like, oh no, this is fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
people like a little booze and a really good like crowd pleaser.
and the thing about karaoke is like to enjoy it, you have to be like, I think 40% good at it. Because I think if you're totally horrible, you're not gonna have a good time. You're gonna be like, I suck. Why am I doing this? And you're gonna quit. But I think you have to be just good enough.
Everyone in this bar, unabashed confidence, and 90% of them are just wretched, horrible, and they have the best time ever. So,
Hey,
Do you
Anna.
I couldn't.
Anna's here.
Hello.
We're talking about karaoke.
Oh, my least favorite thing in the world.
Really?
I hate karaoke. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I don't know. I just don't like when people sing if they're not like on stage and I paid a lot of money for a concert ticket. It just one of those things I don't like.
I wonder if it's like when you're like, hanging up your child's drawing on the fridge. Like if you can tolerate your friends singing karaoke, but you don't want to hear. I don't want to hear random people sing karaoke.
No.
Like
It's
Anna,
anytime
you
I-
don't want to
embarrassing.
hear. You don't want to hear "Make a Man Out of You."
Yeah, if I want to hear that song, I can watch the movie.
True. Yeah, I wonder if that's it. Like you're more forgiving of like yourself and your friends being tone deaf, but random people, it's like less exciting. Oh, Rocket Attack. I'm sorry to be a downer, but I can't stop thinking about that pretty lady who talked about that Marine pilot. She was putting out serious suicide vibes. Got me shook. She might need help. Had to say something. Oh, are you talking about Kristen? I don't think. No, I think she just was in her feelings because her mom died like just over a year ago. And I don't know. I think she really just wants to meet a husband, which is tricky because you don't want to give off that vibe too obviously. I think men can tell if you're like, I have to get married now. You know?
You know what they call that? They call it she's on a mission. That's what they call it.
And even if you're on a mission, you have to find the right balance. It's like, yeah, you want to be goal oriented. Like it's perfectly fine to be like, no more fuck boys. I want to find a solid dude. But I just imagine
Men can
dude,
smell it if
men
you're just trying to have a
smell
baby.
it. But what if you do want that? Yeah.
Do you want a baby, Chrissy?
I gotta figure it out. I think I do, but I'm like really afraid.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I don't know. I'd be so afraid. I couldn't do it.
You know what it is? I spent the last,
Do
I
it.
think, like 8 years telling myself, like, look, you don't make enough money yet to even think about having a kid. So like just work your ass off, get to a place where you could afford this kid basically by yourself if you had to. Like
Yeah.
create that much of a, I don't know, like a buffer. That's not the right word.
An empire.
Like,
Well,
no,
you know what, Chrissy? You can
a
always
safety net.
If you decide to never have children, you can always just hard wrangle us. Instead of
True.
compensation.
True. I also don't. Now this is a hot take, but I don't want to have a. If you wait too long, then you're like, you're gonna have a baby with like a lot of problems. And I know every baby is perfect and beautiful and deserves to be loved, but it's like, I wonder.
Well,
if
I'm
you
an
can
old
know.
egg. My mom had me at 37. That's probably why I'm so like. Maybe I'm like emotionally fucked up because I'm an old egg.
Maybe I'm an old egg. My mom had me at 36.
Okay, so yeah, maybe that's why we're comedians or like just
We're old eggs. The
we're
old
old
eggs.
eggs.
The old eggs sounds like an improv group.
The old eggs.
Oh yeah. That's the thing is like I know I would be really great at the nurturing part. The like obviously it's a lot of time. I'm worried that I I don't know. And then you hear just from talking about like sex, dating, relationship stuff and having a show where we talk about that a lot. And a lot of the men who call into Wet Spot are complaining about their wives or girlfriends are not getting enough sex, right? So then that's another very scary thing I think for women. They're like, "Oh, I don't want to have kids because like then I'm giving my like boyfriend or husband a reason to kind of like dabble elsewhere." You know, it just maybe it's an old trope or a
Well,
stereotype,
they're a
but
piece of shit if they do that just because you had a baby. You know, a real man will step up to the plate and be a dad.
Yeah, his focus will be on that. And plus, like, women have more than one hole, so.
so if the badge gets too stretched out, then there's always the B hole.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking the mouth, but yeah.
Oh,
that too.
yeah, of course
Oh,
your
yeah,
mouth.
like Chrissy went right to anal.
Well, because I was talking to Anthony this weekend, and he's like, "Oh, if you have a baby, your vagina is never the same." And I was like, "Well, can't you just Kegel it back?" And he's like, "I don't think you can just Kegel it back." And then I got a little sad. I was like, "Oh man."
One of my grandpa's friends or something like this, his wife would not get vaginal rejuvenation, and he kept telling his grandkids or his daughter, like, she won't do this for me. She won't do this for me. They're like,
He
Dad,
really wanted her to get it.
he divorced her.
Wait,
Oh my
but
God.
okay,
What?
but here's the thing. Vaginal rejuvenation is external. Like, why does that bother him so much? It doesn't affect his pleasure at all. What is he doing? Staring at the pussy while he's down there?
Well, he's looking at
and
it, right? I
I-
guess his argument is like, "Well, I have to be the one to look at your vag, so I want it
But why is
rejuvenated."
he looking at it? His dick should be in it. Like, how
I
are
know.
you?
Maybe
I-
she
I'm
really
not-
liked it when he went down on her and he's like, "This is nasty, hun." And she's like, "Well, do it or I won't fuck you." And so he's like, "All right, deal breaker."
I don't know, but he seemed to probably misunderstand what it was as well. But he said she's just too loose. I don't. Is that true
Too
though?
loose.
If you
But
is that true if you
rejuvenation
have
is
a
not going to
kid?
make it tighter. It's literally
There's
an
probably
aesthetic
other
thing.
problems
He's a
going
man.
on
He
for
doesn't
him to
know.
leave over just that.
He was old. This is an odd story, and maybe I don't have all the facts. However, that's what they
That's
what they
so
told me.
sad. So this was your dad.
It was my grandpa's friend in the Villages. It's hard for me to remember, but my dad told me this story, and I
Okay.
just was like, I don't know. And there must have been other factors to this divorce, but that was one of them. And like, maybe, is there a way to tighten your vagina? Like, what is that?
It's a
An
muscle,
operation?
so you could.
You know, something tells me
no,
Russell
not through
Hall in the
operation.
chat knows exactly what to do, and he'll
Well, it's
probably give us
tricky.
a
It's like
long.
if your person that you're with wants you to get a procedure done. That's tricky.
Yeah, but imagine that's every woman's worst nightmare. Every man's worst nightmare too. The opposite's like, oh, he has a small dick, XYZ, it's fucked up XYZ way. But like, imagine someone's just going around being like, yeah, this person I'm married to, I'm stuck with, yeah, their pussy sucks. Like,
Yeah,
that's
maybe
a
your dick
nightmare.
is too thin. I mean, I don't know. It's ridiculous. I don't
The chicken
understand.
or
It
the egg
doesn't.
question.
Does it not go back when you have a baby? Does anyone have a baby here or kids here?
And I think when you take marriage vows, instead of saying like for richer or for poorer, you should say like for tighter or for looser,
Oh God.
for tighter or for saggier.
Like, I don't ask you to get your balls like rejuvenated if you're an old man and they're sagging down, it's just weird. If it's an aesthetics thing, I don't think a vagina is that gorgeous anyway. I find it
Yeah,
odd when people
right?
want to look at it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I know it's just like a functional part.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think dicks are good looking either. It's all just I don't want to look
I
at
don't
it.
know about
Just
that.
put it in, or I'll put it in my mouth.
Brittany
That's
likes a pretty penis. You could have I did this one already. Yeah, so I don't think Kristen Carney is suicidal. I think she's just really sad, and she was like, find me a husband, Chrissy. And I was like, I can do this because I've set up 2 other couples who have ended up getting married. So I think I'm pretty good at it.
Mm.
You could always test your luck with me, Chrissy.
Oh, yes.
See if
And
you're
you know
actually
what?
good at it.
Yeah, Brittany, I probably owe it to Brittany to do her first since I've been friends with her longer. So yeah, just send me. I think I know what your type is. I'm gonna do some work here.
If you're looking for a loser, I could probably help you out.
We know a lot of comics. Yeah.
I know.
Aw. From Andrew Thomas, it was a great 48-hour stream. Always really beautiful, Chrissy, and beautiful eyes, Brittany. I am still bummed that you didn't meet any ghosts.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
We were telling ghost stories out by the we had a fire outside.
Honestly, we should have streamed that. Or by
that
the
would
bonfire.
have been great.
It was
Yeah.
intense. The fire is going. You could see the red in the flames. The wood's crashing, and the flame kept following me around. No matter
Yeah.
where I moved.
The wind would blow and like the little embers would blow off.
And at one point it like collapsed and you were like, ah! And I
Yeah.
don't know why. I just knew it was going to collapse. So I just like didn't react. And then you were like, are you a witch, Brittany? You could tell.
Yeah. You made it move. You made the fire move. Anna, yeah, you were very much missed at the content house too. Ashton Birdie was very upset that you didn't come. She was like, I love Anna.
Yeah, I think she like drunk messaged me something about Harry Potter. Like she sent me a tweet. But I was
Really?
super, super drunk too. So I read it and I was like, I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on.
That's really
But-
funny because she talked a lot about Harry Potter over the course of the 48 hours.
Is that a thing? Gen Z says like millennials are too obsessed with Harry Potter, and it's like embarrassing for us.
Yeah, I think
You heard that?
Yeah, I've heard that. I think that she could implement, or generally maybe just whatever stream she's on, implement like the thing I used to on my stream. I used to have banned topics. So like if I would go on too many tangents about one thing, the next stream it's a banned topic, and I had like 3 strikes and I go
Oh.
offline.
That's a
So we
really
could implement
good
that.
way to do it.
What
'cause
were
you
some
don't-
of your banned topics?
Oh, usually I would just start femcel posting and do like men versus women type of thing.
I think
and,
that stuff's
um,
interesting to hear about.
It is interesting, and I'm really interested in like I don't know, like body language, how men and women are different. I like reading about stuff like that, psychology, things like that. But I don't like to be too redundant because then it turns into like how the manosphere is, the MGTOW side of manosphere in
It's
particular.
definitely never a boring topic. Differences between men and women, for sure. Right?
Are we only feeling that
Or
way
my
because
hair.
we're women? Like, are men as interested in this shit? Like, I feel like it's a very female thing to be like, I'm gonna read body language. I'm gonna pick up on your cues. I'm gonna be perceptive as fuck. You know, I'm gonna be
No.
able to read your mind.
They probably don't give a shit.
And men are like, huh? Just tell me what you want. I can't read your mind.
Just let me fuck you, please.
Yeah. Oh man. It was fun though. Nesquik. GA Georgia legislature just passed constitutional carry for gun owners. Oh wow. Congrats. Congrats. Anna, so we were talking about we might do the next content house in Texas. Would you fly out for that given enough notice? And-
It depends on like what's going on. I probably could.
Okay.
You should.
Kiana-
I think you'd enjoy it.
Just let me know when and where, and I'll see
Okay.
what's going on.
Kiana, would you fly out for something like that?
Sure.
Okay.
My brother lives in Texas. My brother and his boyfriend. Actually.
Ooh, you have a gay brother.
I got a gay brother. That's the best kind of brother.
Did you always know? When did he come out of the
like
closet?
I mean, maybe like in high school, but we knew it was. He's not flamboyantly gay though. He's just. I don't know. He's not like a twink. He's like he's sort of like he's like a bear, and so
Okay.
you wouldn't exactly know, but once you get to know him, you know.
You could tell he was gay. You're like, he's hibernating. I think
Yeah.
something's going on.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Russell?
think of the question? Like they always say, would you rather have a thought daughter or a gay son? What do you guys think about that?
Wow. Okay.
Have a what or a gay son?
People ask the scenario all the time, like, would you rather have a thought daughter, like a hoe daughter, or a gay son?
Gosh,
Is she going to be a thought forever, or is she going to grow out of it?
That's exactly what my parents have: a thought daughter and a gay son.
that's so
Yeah.
tricky because you can come up with examples in both of those instances. Like they are that way because of perhaps a trauma or like something bad happened to them where they didn't get enough of something. And then ultimately as the parent, you're going to feel like, oh, is that in some way my fault? Could I have, not that there's anything wrong with like having a gay son, but I don't know. I wonder if parents feel like, oh, is there maybe it's more of an example like with a thought daughter, like, oh, like if a dad is like, oh, if only I had talked to her more. But maybe this is just me playing into like classic like daddy issue tropes because it's easiest for me to see that because like my dad wasn't like super close with me and chatty and all that.
Hmm.
So maybe I
don't
don't
have a
know.
gay
Gay
son.
son, because like gay son, it's like two birds, one stone. You get a thought and a gay. It's like
Yeah.
that's basically the
It's
choice. You're getting like a thought gay or just thought. Those are the actual two choices. So everyone in
it's the
chat
thought
is
that
just
counts.
going for gay
Mm.
son for that because they're gay and
Yeah,
they
selfishly,
like
I
thought.
would say gay son because it's like, they'd be so fun to shop with and they'd be very honest about like what looks good on you.
My brother's the funniest person I know. Like, and my parents were just like, Rocco wouldn't be who he is if he weren't gay. You know, he's and he told them he was a little nervous to tell them. They're like, we don't care, Rocco. Like, what? You should have never even been worried about it.
Oh,
Yeah. And
that's so
I'm really,
nice.
people always think I have daddy issues, but like I'm best friends with my dad and my
Aw.
mom. I'm fucking Eskimo sisters with my mom. Like I'm very close
Right.
with my parents.
You and your mom
So
banged the
yeah,
same dude.
yeah, I know. And they're like respectable, lovely human beings, my mom and dad. So I don't know. They just think me and Rocco are like the coolest. Don't care. Whatever we want to do is cool to them.
They
So
sound very accepting.
they're cool. Mickey and Tom, shout out.
Shout out to your parents. Yeah.
Anna, what was your answer?
Oh,
I don't
my.
have a gay son because if I were to have a baby, I'd want a boy, and I don't care.
Aw.
I don't care what his sexuality is. I just always wanted a boy.
I think I do better
Aw.
with a boy son. Aren't moms and daughters sort of when they
Yeah, I grew up
you get
with
that.
sisters, and my brother was 17 years older than me, so we didn't really get that like kid relationship, I guess. Like we didn't bond as we grew. So I'm just kind of sick and tired of being surrounded by girls. So I'd rather have a boy.
Yeah, you seem like you'd be a boy mom, Anna.
I think I could do it.
I have a 2022 spin on this question. Okay, three options. Gay
Uh-oh.
son, thought daughter, or trans daughter
Uh.
son.
Well, I feel like in 2022, you're not going to have a trans kid unless you, as the parent, are mentally ill and you're working out. You're doing it for attention. Like, I just don't believe that there are trans kids naturally occurring in nature.
I mean, you could say that for all three.
Like maybe
arguably.
a very small percentage of children who are born with like their genitals are like not fully one way or the other. They might be a little like confused looking, but I think it's like there's just a phase. Like if your girl's a tomboy and you go, oh well, I think you're really. I mean, we've all talked about this topic like to death and heard all the people, other people talk this topic to death. But I just feel like trans kids, it's like that's the parent kind of leading them there.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know what to. I really don't know if you really feel that way, and it must be terrible to feel like you're trapped in a body that's not yours. But how old is appropriate to make that decision?
Right.
I don't know. That's a tough one. But I wouldn't care if my kid was trans either, or a thought, or gay. I'll have all three. I hope. I welcome it.
In the chat, they're saying trans kids cost money.
Well,
Cost them
it
money.
costs them money. Like you don't have to, my parents never bought me anything. Like if I wanted something, I had to save up money and buy it. So if a kid is like, hey mom, I think I'm trans, I'm like, all right, well, look into it, do your research. And then when you're 18, you can get a job and start saving.
Good for you. Anna, do you feel like when you like encounter a kid who like gets things like so easily, do you ever feel like annoyed? Like, oh, I didn't get that when I was a kid.
I mean, not now. I think when my stepdaughter has like friends that are spoiled and they like talk back and they're just, brats, that's what irritates me. And like we're kind of dealing with that right now. She's got this friend named Bella and she is like the most spoiled, rotten brat ever. And so it's like just you can't discipline another person's child, but how to deal with them when you're the one that's watching them. It's just a frustration right now.
Yeah, I feel that. Wait, from Russell Hall, did Gino Biscotti go in the milk or the coffee? Wow.
Ooh, what the fuck does that mean?
I think this is a question about holes.
Like anal? No. Anal.
Yeah.
My anal days are over. Please. I'm 29 and I've decided to give it up. This was a while ago.
You're
I've said to
retiring it.
Gino in a while. Yeah. No more anal for Kiki. Not happening.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Count Dooku, the best relationship is when it's you and your love versus the world. Fuck the world. Live your lives and support each other. Haters are jealous. I agree, Count Dooku. I think that's ideal. And you feel like partners in crime. Is that you typing, Anna?
That was
No, I've
my
been
gay
muted.
son.
Oh, you know, I guess that's the thing. It's like if you had a gay son, it's like you're not. I would never like. I don't know. I feel like I come off like I would try to convince the son not to be gay. I wouldn't at all. I would you want to make sure that this is how they really feel and it's not like an outside influence or they're not doing it to feel like they have to like fit in or
there is that worry, I guess, now because it's like sort of everybody seems to be queer and whatever, and I support that. Maybe it could be a little bit trendy, but I don't know. It just doesn't. It would never ever bother me. Just if they wanted to be, I'm like, oh, even if it's a phase, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the gay son of the three options is the cheapest one, if you think about it.
Really?
Because the whore daughter, she could end up like getting into a situation with having a kid, right? With a bad parent, with a bad guy. So then the kid's can be expensive.
Right, because you have to help and you have to help babysit too.
Yeah. And then the trans one, you know, surgeries cost money. I know Anna said you could raise your own money, but still, like, of course, they're going to ask parents for help and probably they're going to need therapy because gender dysphoria is something that you need therapy to diagnose and treat. So inherently, it's more expensive.
Well, that's if you're going to pay for your kids' therapy. Like, I probably should have been in therapy when I was younger, but my parents didn't pay for any of that. They're like, go rub some dirt in it.
What do you feel like you should have gone to therapy for?
I have a really hard time dealing with death, which I think most people do.
So did Kristen was talking about this too. She was saying that she's become more into religion after her mom's death because she has to believe that she will see her again someday. Like she's having a really hard time with grieving. And she, you know, she was like, I have a hard time going on with my life unless I know that I will eventually see her again one day. And it was like, oh, it's very touching.
I cope by making my mom a bimbo playlist and playing it in her honor.
Armagod says, I wouldn't mind a gay song as long as he's a top.
Rocco's a top.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Rocco.
Isn't it funny? It's something about having a gay kid that like then it forces you to think about like, oh, their sex life. Whereas like I'm sure parents of straight kids are not like thinking about their sex life.
I think my parents have to hear about my sex life constantly. They listen to everything I do. It doesn't bother them. Like me and my dad will talk about boning and my mom. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't your dad the Italian one or something?
No, my mom's 100% Italian. My dad's like Irish, German, French. He's just white, sort of.
So your parents are like super open.
Yeah, they're open and they're like, I mean,
are they young on the younger side?
No, my mom is 6 years older than my dad. She's 61. My dad is 60, I guess now.
Okay.
I don't know. They're just goofy. They're sort of like, I mean, they're conservative. Like their politics are conservative. But they're just not. They're just really open and they've always just let us be whoever we are, and they treat us like friends, which is probably the problem. Like my brother, is like, I want real parents, and I'm like, no, they're cool. They're like our buddies.
I think that's a bad thing though in some scenarios. Like it has its benefits, right? Because you could be more open with them, but at the same time, you sort of need that discipline because with restraint comes freedom. With discipline comes freedom in the most positive aspect.
It is a problem. Like Rocco doesn't thrive with that. Like they're how they are. He's like the moral compass of our family. Like he thinks we're all degenerates, but I don't know. It just never bothered me. But maybe I'm a damaged human being and I just don't know it. Who knows?
Well, I mean, how old is your brother? Does he still live with your parents?
No, he lives in Austin with his boyfriend. There, he's what am I? He's 30. He's 31.
Yeah, so I mean, at that point in your life, it's okay to like be friends with your parents because you're adults.
Yeah, I mean more like when we were teenagers. I think he didn't. but-
Mm.
Hmm.
Rocco's also like he's just the more kind-hearted one. We're like rough and sort of like we like bust each other's balls and stuff. And Rocco's more like tired of being the butt of jokes, but he's smarter than all of
Aw.
us too. So
Oh, is that a joke? He's the butt of jokes.
the butt of jokes.
Is that a gay joke? Who's the butt of the
Was
joke?
that homophobic?
Venti. She's getting quicker and quicker. Venti, I can't help but notice there's a lamp behind you covered in what looks like plastic.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe my grandma got some action with my grandpa before he passed or something. You know,
Oh my God,
just
you
in
think that's a
case,
jizz
got
guard?
messy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Cover
Oh,
the
is that your
ladder.
grandma's?
Pop always liked to
Yeah.
come on the lamps. And it was a weird thing.
I think that's an Italian thing. Are you Italian, Venti?
No, Venti is
Oh.
just because Starbucks.
Oh, got it. But
Starbucks
Oh, really?
royalty.
I actually thought that was your real last name.
I didn't know.
No, I'm
Wait, that's not your
actually
real
a
last name?
Ukrainian princess. I'm
Ah.
Ukrainian, German, Polish, black.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know that was an
Venti would be Italian though, for sure.
Venti would be Italian. Yeah, I think my Nana would. I think Italian people have plastic on the furniture.
This is funny. So
Pop,
that's why
pop.
they call him Pop.
Okay, but here's the funny thing though. My dad's side loves to LARP as Italian. Like that's their thing. My dad, he was literally like Tony Soprano. His everyday life was a LARP of Tony Soprano. He would talk just like him. What the fuck you looking at? His hair's gelled, slicked back, black hair.
I like
He
that.
is Italian too, but he looks Slavic. I have his eyes,
I like
like
it.
narrow eyes.
Uncle Sam says, does fear of judgment not show some form of internal realization of truth in the judgment? I'm going to read this over. Does fear of judgment not show some form of internal realization of the truth in the judgment? If you are scared of the judgment, should the action still be taken? Moral issues.
I'm too hungover for that.
Yeah.
Scared of judgment, should action still be taken? This is like too many parts to the question. Like I need more punctuation.
This is too much for us. We need one at a time.
This is a bimbo environment. Can we?
Yeah.
not?
And we're like, what do you mean?
Can we simplify? But
So
I think,
so you're scared of the judgment because you're afraid it's true?
yeah, I think that's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah. Okay. No. I'll be like, you're a dumb bitch. But don't judge me. You're wrong. If you want to know something, if you make a judgment, I'll explain it to you and bullet point why you can. This is why you're right or this is why you're wrong. Not afraid. It's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Damaj and I got AC tickets. Hope to see some of you ladies there. Yeah, I think actually Gigi Dior is going to the Atlantic City show. That'll be a good one. That's exciting. That's exciting. Don Biscuits. Bisquits. I used to hate Hickson. Ooh. But after hearing his Matthew McConaughey voice and Frankie team up and talk about the Freemasonry, I actually thought they were funny and interesting. When is the next Content House? Yeah, you know what? There's so few voices out there speaking about being a Freemason that all people here mostly are like the conspiracy theory stuff and like the Illuminati type ideas.
The only thing I recognize that name from is what's that movie?
National Treasure.
Yeah, I never didn't know if that was a real thing.
It's really just like mostly a brotherhood, like Knights of Columbus would be, or like the like an Elks Lodge or something. I mean, not like exactly the same, but from what I know, it's just like a place where like men can go and like foster friendships and like do good in like in their society and whatever.
Cute.
Volunteering.
Hickson said, except we're cooler and we run the world.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe all the conspiracy theories are right. I've been trying to interview a Freemason guy, like someone who's a little bit higher up, I guess. But
Hickson.
they're hard. Is he? Yeah, is he up there? Would he talk about it?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Does it have like a negative connotation to be that? They won't talk about it?
Some people view it negatively.
Oh.
One of the Portuguese flags has a Freemason cross on it.
Ooh. Okay.
They're pretty big in Portugal.
Okay. All right. All right. Count Dooku. Ladies, I have a bent lightsaber. Deal breaker? I feel like he's sent us this message before.
Bent what way?
No,
How
it's just
bent?
slightly curved.
Like to the side? Or like some people have like like up a little. I find that odd, but I guess I want to look at it.
Okay. Yeah, no, bent is fine. Bent is normal.
don't
Rocket
care.
attack. No, damn it. I'm a war vet PTSD case. She scared me. Oh. I don't know what this was in reference to. Russell Hall says there is veg surgery to make it tighter. Oh, okay. He does know about this, Anna.
I told you.
How
There
does he
is
know?
something. So it does exist. Interesting.
Wow. I can understand that. Like, you've had kids, you want to like tighten yourself up, you want to feel better. Like my sister-in-law, after she had 2 kids, my niece and nephew, and then she got like the stomach stapling surgery because she had a really hard time, I guess, losing weight or keeping it off. So I
My
think
mom
like
had
whatever.
a boob job and a tummy tuck after, or like way after she had us, but it's just like the mommy makeover thing.
Did
We'll take a lot
she?
longer to do that now.
Did she? Was she happy she got it?
Oh yeah, except that they made her tits bigger than she wanted.
They made them too
So because
big.
she's Italian, so she's got kind of a booty. No, she wanted like full B's. Like I have like really small tits too, and they gave her D's.
Oh no,
But I don't know.
that doesn't seem like a problem.
Am I frozen?
You're cutting out a little bit. I couldn't tell if it was me or you.
Yeah, I thought it was me for a second. I have a question. So men with like slanted dicks, is that what we're calling it? Where when it's like to the side?
Banana dicks.
No, but not like when it's like this way, but when it's horizontal, like left or right. Do you call that like a slanted dick? Sounds like a racial slur, like I'm talking about Asians, but no, I'm
Slanted. Yeah.
like so guys have slanted dicks. Did they
Slanted
have-
dick.
Yeah, slanted dick bros. Do you guys have sex at 45-degree angles or what? Like, how does that
Tilt.
work?
Do you like sort of go on a diagonal into it? You're just like
do you have
running
to
at
do
an angle.
yoga to have sex?
Yeah.
Maybe that's fun.
Everyone's a little bent, I think. I've only seen a few very just like I think it's rare to get a totally straight one, but what do I know?
I don't think the angle actually matters. Like overall, like
I don't really look at
I think
them.
that's nitpicking.
I think as long as it works.
Your bad's kind of angled too, isn't it? Sort of like there's an angle in there one way
Yes.
or the
If you're
other.
Asian.
Yeah,
Veggies are angled.
yeah, they are angled.
Okay. Russell Hall, I feel like Keanu's parents made her brother gay when they named him Rocco. Honestly, what choice did he have? Oh,
I think Rocco is sort of a masculine name, Russell.
yeah.
Rocco is like a bodyguard name. What are you talking? Right?
Right. Wasn't that Madonna's bodyguard?
It's her son.
Oh my
Right?
god, have you guys seen Madonna recently? Like that video?
People have been talking about
Yes.
this. I want to find it.
It's painful.
What happened? Okay,
She just
Madonna.
overfilled her face and she just looks like a cat person now.
Madonna's face. Oh,
Oh
yeah,
boy.
she
Let me
looks
see if
kind
I
of
can
odd.
pull it up.
Okay, Kumia retweeted this. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. All right. We're sharing this. I mean, she does have a bit of cleavage going on. Hopefully she doesn't share too much of it here.
It's
okay.
like less than 10 seconds, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's not even talking. Whoa, her eyes look weird.
You know what's the scariest part about this is that she thinks she looks good.
Whoa.
Get it away.
I mean, if this is like, how old
The
is
mummy.
Madonna now? Is she in her
She's
50s?
64.
64.
Literally a mummy.
Ooh.
Back. Go back in
You
the
know-
casket.
You know what I
Back
think
to the
what's
pyramid.
going through her head? She's focusing on like, I have no lines in my forehead. I have no crow's feet. She's probably like, this is success for me because I can't see any wrinkles.
I know why you guys are confused. So the reason everyone's confused looking at this is because when hot girls do it on TikTok, it's okay. That it's one of these like hot people cringe things. It's like if you took
Yeah.
an ugly person and did the same thing, everyone would be like, "Ew, it's cringe." But when it's a hot person doing it, you're like, "Oh yeah, that's sexy."
So you think
She's
that this
got-
is too self-absorbed? This is like she's just like enamored in
Either
her
way,
own
it's
hotness.
self-absorbed. Either way,
True.
if she were ugly or hot, but it's just that people let it pass when they're hot. I personally don't. I still think it's cringe, but people get distracted.
She looks
by
like
the
she's
looks.
sweating.
Yeah, she looks a little greasy.
And her
Maybe
boobs
she's.
her boobs look way bigger. I don't know.
To me, this
That's
just
about-
looks like if you don't know that this is Madonna, this just looks like a woman with like too much time on her hands. Like if she had like hobbies or you know what I mean, like someone with nothing to do is doing shit like this.
Yeah.
Okay,
She should
maybe
just play
stop.
with filters like everyone else on TikTok
Yeah.
that randomize
lot.
letters and tell you what fruit you are and such.
But I don't know. You think Madonna would be above like you're Madonna. You're like a musical legend. People don't really care what you look like, but I guess she cares. Everyone cares what they look like, I guess.
I feel like if she just let herself age naturally, she would look a million times better.
Yeah. She does look kind of like an
I
alien.
have no problem with a little Botox. I don't know what she did there. That would make her. She looks a little odd. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she just got too much. Steve Roberts.
My
Whoa.
favorite.
Hi, Anna.
Hi.
Oh. Who is Steve Roberts? I feel like I should know more about him.
He's just like in Comic Skate, and he's just become a
Okay.
very like hardcore recent fan of mine, going into any stream I'm on and super chatting $50 to say hi.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
I've gotten invited on a lot more streams recently. And I
Really?
know why now.
Oh, man.
$50.
Mazit was odd. I swear it took 10 minutes to edit that last super chat before Mama Susan would let me send it. Shaking my damn head. You ladies all look lovely tonight. Anna looks toony.
Toonie?
Like
Oh,
a cartoon.
I gotcha. I'm way too hungover to be on camera today.
What? Because you had, what's today? Are you hungover from the Jack show?
No, I went to WonderCon yesterday.
What is WonderCon?
It's like a branch off from Comic-Con, and it's in Anaheim. It's gotten like really popular over the last couple of years, but I went, walked around and streamed, and then I had a couple drinks, and then I ran into Chris Gore and like his whole crew, and we were tailgate drinking, and then we went into the bar and continued drinking.
And this is in San Diego?
No, Anaheim. It's like right across from Disneyland.
Did you
This sounds
go
fun.
into Disneyland at all?
Oh, no Disneyland. It's way too overpriced right now.
For real. Okay, what were did you get a media pass to go to WonderCon?
I applied for it, but they never got back to me. But when you apply for that one, it's for WonderCon and Comic-Con, so I'll probably get the Comic-Con one.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Did you see anybody famous?
I'm not sure. I was very, very intoxicated.
Oh. After 3 years, WonderCon returns to Anaheim. Ooh, a Friday through Sunday convention. Yeah, WonderCon is a low-key version of Comic-Con International, San Diego's much larger San Diego comic convention. WonderCon tickets were from $35 to $55. Ooh. Oh my God, I thought that was you for a split second.
Nah.
You were there like as you. I mean, I could see you going to this thing in like in cosplay too, but
Oh, I was in cosplay. I dressed up like 7 of 9 from Star Trek.
oh, what does that look like? 7 of 9?
Mm-hmm. Here, somebody posted a picture that they took with me. I'll go find it.
Oh, she's got like something over her eye.
Yeah, so she was de-assimilated from the Borg collective, so she still has Borg implants.
Ooh. How long did it take you to get all ready?
I got ready pretty fast, but
Oh yeah,
Okay.
this looks pretty easy. It's just like kind of a like a leotard
Yeah.
type shirt.
She's cute. I think I'd wear that, like, just in regular life.
Oh,
So that was me and Mark at the bar, but
oh,
you
that's
can
so
kind of see.
cute.
I just
You
painted
look
it on.
tiny.
I am very short.
You're so
She's
cute.
so little.
Yeah, it was
Aw.
fun.
Oh, that's good. Did you get free drinks?
You know, I was drinking and I didn't really ask where they came from. I know
Okay.
I bought my first couple drinks.
That's what happens. Yeah, I got
Mm.
so drunk on, oh gosh, was it Wednesday night? No, it was when Marshall and Lindsay got there, the content house. Thursday night, got so drunk because Marshall made these they made this whole menu of drinks. A lot of them were named after each of us, and one was called like the Chrissy Cosmo. So I was like, oh, of course I have to have 3 of these in a row and no water. And I just got like so drunk, and I really regretted it because I was like throwing up a lot in the morning. Nothing was even like coming up. I just was like, like my body was like not getting not getting the message that I had like nothing to yak up. It's like, does that ever happen to you? And you're like, okay, you're not really gonna throw up anything of substance. So like you're in bed and you're like, oh, it's gonna happen again. It's like there's no rush even to get to the bathroom because like nothing's gonna come up. So you're just like, no, nobody.
No.
Nope.
Sometimes.
I was pretty good about the hangover because the supplement I take, NAC, was pretty effective.
Oh,
Like I don't
yeah.
actually get hangovers really anymore.
I have to get some of that now.
I don't like to drink and
T-Max.
eat. So
Yeah.
there won't be anything, but that's what you're saying, yeah.
Chrissy, I think we can all say Ashton has some interesting theories. Do you consider yourself into too many conspiracy theories? I think I need some more evidence for claims. Assert but verify the panel's view of conspiracy. I think all of them are fun to think about. I think sometimes it is fun to go down a rabbit hole and be like, oh wow, like maybe it is a certain topic you feel like, oh wow, the government has not been truthful about this and why. And it's fun to think about, okay, what would the government or the state have to gain from not being honest with the people about a certain thing, and like who has what to gain from it. I think those questions are important to ask, and you're training your mind to think outside the box. You don't want to get to a point where you're like, staying up all night and obsessing and like not
If
to the
it's
point
your,
where it's making you sad.
if you're like losing friends over it, over your conspiracy theories, maybe not good. But if meaning like you can't leave the house, or like you're alienating yourself from
Okay.
something
Yeah.
like that. Not meaning like people that disagree with you and like losing friends. I didn't mean like that, but I don't know. It is fun to think about that. And there's no way the government is completely truthful with us. I mean, is that even a conspiracy? Like,
Right.
That would be a safety issue. Like imagine they just said everything. Like I do think there's obviously
True.
some things they hide from us that they shouldn't hide and they cover up all the time. But like there's definitely some stuff like I remember when Trump was running, like he was like, yeah, I'm not going to tell my plan because if I do, then
Ooh.
it's like giving it away and then other countries are going to ruin it. So there's that factor to it. But I try not to think too hard,
First rule of bimboism. Yeah. I think at one point, like when the QAnon stuff was really popular, I was looking into it. I was never like a full-on believer of it all. It was more in the conversation. It was more like more people talking about it, and that was like a little bit interesting. But again, if you're getting to the point where like you're putting all your eggs in one basket, one conspiracy theory basket.
I have a theory. So like I know it's like, oh, crazy conspiracy. But like, what if you're just a schizo Chad? Like, what if you just believe every single conspiracy theory there is? Like, would you not be right more times than you're wrong if you did that, as opposed to just believing everything you heard on TV? Like, which one would actually be more wrong? You believed every conspiracy theory there was, or everything you heard on TV? Think about it.
You'd be more wrong. You'd be more wrong if you believed everything you heard on TV.
Yeah, like literally that's the point we're at. Like you would be more right believing that the earth is flat than you would believing what you see on mainstream media.
Right. What's better, like the brainwashed mainstream media TV watcher or Oh, the crazy conspiracy theorist.
It's also more fun. Like, imagine,
It is
like, you
fun.
think you're important enough to be gang stalked. Like, imagine you think you're so popular, like, there's people randomly stalking you, like your mailman.
Yeah,
I think
it
that's
is
more
true.
fun than, like, being
Uh,
sad because of the news.
oh yeah. Torgo the White. Poconos was great. Frank and Brittler brought the heat. Mad props to Venti, especially who surpassed expectations. Love to see the gunplay also. Wow. Yeah, Brittany, you were so great. And I feel like I feel like you and I like had some like nice quality time together, and it was fun to stream with you like in that setting.
Yeah, it was. I had a really good time. I really appreciate all the compliments. Thank you. I'm not used to people being nice to me, so like I don't know how to take it.
It's overwhelming. It's like does not compute. And you rolled really well with Gino and Anthony Cumia, which is not an easy thing to do.
Oh, is it? I thought it felt pretty easy
I think I w-
overall.
I think it's because I don't know. Maybe you've been like online for so many years, or you've done a couple compound media shows at this point, or I don't know. Maybe you're friends with a certain comedian. No, I'm kidding. No, but you were great, and you're funny,
Honestly,
and you're funny as fuck.
oh, thank you. I really enjoyed the slur review we did. I feel like we
Oh
should
my
do more
god,
episodes of that.
we need to clip that part where because Carrie Smith was talking about the knitting community, and then as you can imagine, it was like a barrage of like knitter please and
Oh no.
how because we couldn't say certain words, certain N words on the stream, so we would just talk about knitting a lot.
Oh my
And like
god.
We just really like it.
what percentage of knitters commit a certain percentage of crimes, etc.
With their needles.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
dangerous.
god. Yeah, we're flying close to the sun. Martin number 1, please. Read my soups, please. I love your hair, Britt.
Oh,
Did
you
I miss
do?
this?
It's like day 4 or something, but thanks.
Day 4. Did you you washed your hair the first day at the Poconos.
Yeah.
Because it takes a while. I didn't realize how long it took Brittany to do her hair.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're
It's gorgeous. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss any other comments here. From Steven. Okay, I was waiting until Melonie got here, but since it came up, I asked the other streams about the receipts cause cancer and hormones problems conspiracy theory. Flashcast didn't bite, and G&G has one person who wants to know more. Okay, this seems like a Brittany topic, the receipt touching.
I mean, don't Google it. Go on DuckDuckGo and search about it. I don't see why it's a conspiracy. It seems more of like a cause and effect thing. Like certain chemicals and substances cause certain things to happen in your body. I mean, that's how we operate in the 3D logical world. We take pills, don't we? We do certain things to cause and effect. So I don't see how that's a conspiracy. It's either factually correct or factually wrong. It's not really a theory.
True. Like the with like the ink and receipts, like paper receipts or something. I've never
It's
heard
the coating.
that.
No, it's the coating. So like any paper where like when you scratch it leaves like the gray mark, anything like that, it can give you hormone issues. And
Jeez.
basically it makes men more feminine. So I always say touching the receipts is turning the men gay.
Yeah, and that's why we call gay guys that we think are gay receipt touchers.
Maybe that's why gay men love to shop.
Also, like, yeah, this is a pretty safe one because it's like, what do you get out of going out of your way to touch more receipts? Like, that's an easy thing to give up.
Yeah. You don't lose anything. I think it's just the cashiers are trying to cope, and waitresses like they don't want to be like, oh no, I've been doing something negative my whole life. I want to keep doing it, not inconvenience myself to touch it with my sleeve instead. That's what I do. I like use my sleeve a lot.
I just crumple them up and throw them away. Yeah.
I just never get a receipt. I just say you keep it. Yeah. Or just
you can do that, or it can make it more fun. Like when you're at 7-Eleven, they go to give you a receipt, you scream, you go ah, and you run away.
Oh. You're like, I want to pretend this never happened. Account.
I breathe the same air.
Oh yeah,
Proximity.
get it away from me. I turn my saber up for the V and then down for the throat. Gotta accommodate the ladies' pathways. It's what a count/gentleman does.
What?
What?
Turn it up.
This sounds like he's talking about his sex game.
Yeah. Is this the one with the
Oh,
crooked
like
dick?
he points it up for sex and then he points it down for a beach.
What?
All right. Good to know. That's what we call TMI.
Someone in chat said fragrance contains endocrine disrupting chemicals as well, so you should use natural soaps, etc. That is true. I've heard that, and I think it's true. I'm not going to say it is true because I haven't double checked sources on that, but I've heard that a lot.
I have heard that too. Not so much that
Yes.
I'm ready to like give it up.
Give up what? Sorry.
Anything with fragrance in it.
Yeah, like putting perfume near your neck can fuck up your hormones.
Jeez.
Yeah, my hormones been fucked for years.
The worst one is the pads, like the fact that they put such toxic chemicals in pads and cotton tampons. Like, I'm about to switch to the cup because of that after I found that out.
Ugh. I
Because
tried
the
the
stuff
Diva
that used to
cup.
absorb it.
I cannot do that.
Did
My
you try the
friends-
What
sauce
is
one?
this? A
A
cup?
diva cup.
What's
Yeah,
a diva cup?
This is where we're gonna lose some viewers. Yeah, it's just a thing that catches
Okay, let me Google
your
what's it
time of the
called.
month. Diva cup.
It's like a
Diva cup?
plastic.
Oh God, do I want to look this
Yeah,
up?
yeah, but the men should listen because if they have sisters or moms or daughters, like
Ah!
you're gonna want to
What
tell
the
them to
hell
not
is
put
this? You have to
get
shove
cucked
that
by
up
the-
there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how
fuck
how does
that.
it stay balanced up there?
And there was not one thing comfortable. I feel like it gave me a horrible UTI. I don't.
No.
My
Wait,
friend
and
was,
then
yeah.
it just like gets all your blood and then you have to pour it out. Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Or throw it at an enemy.
It's better than getting cucked by the cotton merchant.
Well, I haven't
If
used
you-
those in years, so I mean,
If you can handle it, I think that's awesome. And it's saving a lot of, I guess. I mean, what is it? Trees. I did
Cotton
not have a
plants.
good experience. I don't know.
Oh no,
Yeah.
fuck the trees, pollute. The turtle with the straw up its nose, he fucking deserved it. Fuck that turtle.
The turtle with the tampon up its nose, drying out down there.
Fuck trees, pollute, kill the bees.
Fuck them trees.
Hell yeah.
Russell Hall, Steve is either one of Anna's hookups or Henry C.
oh, Henry Cavill. I don't know. I think Henry super trap more,
Mm.
and I don't think I've ever hooked up with a guy named Steve. So
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
I've probably fucked a Steve. Just
mm,
can't remember.
Nero Anna Examine Bear says that woman looks like that looks like a woman who would sleep with her son's friends, manic, narcissistic, etc. Who are you talking about?
Probably.
Madonna.
Oh God.
I'm
Wow.
sure she would, because like
Is it
one of
that
her
Jada
sons is like a
Pinkett Smith?
soccer player, and if you've ever seen like professional soccer players, they're handsome.
True. That is true.
Soccer players are the hottest
Mm-hmm.
athletes. Yeah.
They're very cocky. Uncle Sam says, to clarify, as a comic, there is a little truth to every joke? ? Apply this to being offended or judged. Who gets to decide? You got what I said earlier.
Wait, how
Yeah.
does he explain dead baby jokes, son?
Oh.
I have a morbid sense of humor. I like dead baby jokes.
No, but like where's the truth in it?
Well, babies actually do die.
And that's it? That's the whole I feel like there's
Oh,
more to
right.
it.
Like if it's a really brutal dead baby joke, like something that
Like something about a
doesn't
baby in a
something
microwave.
so
or,
savage. Yeah, something like so
Yeah.
savage. It oh God. I mean, odds
But
are
what if the
someone's
dead
done
baby
that.
is like the Antichrist? Then is it okay?
It's true. Sometimes it's
That's
like a
what the
joke is
women
so
say. That's what women say at the clinic. Oh, what if he was the Antichrist? You know, there's your
Yeah, but
cheese
those
right
women
there.
aren't religious. I'm talking about like South Park, the Christmas episode with the critters, where they're like, you got to kill the mountain lion because it always eats the baby. And so he goes and kills the mountain lion. And then you find out it's like, oh, they're all Satanists and the baby's the Antichrist. So he has to
Oh my God.
teach the baby mountain lions how to perform abortion so that way they can abort the Antichrist baby.
Whoa.
You never watched that episode?
No.
I didn't either.
It's pretty funny.
I heard the
Um,
newest season of South Park was really good though, which was surprising to hear.
I'll check that out. Russell Hall said, "How does Anna know the bend of Dooku's lightsaber?" Uh-oh.
Because that's a big deal, Russell. They changed the way that the lightsaber was so that way it's a curved hilt. So that way Christopher Lee could use his fencing skills when he was doing his lightsaber battle with Yoda.
Oh. EXNDL says, "We can do that badge surgery on Gino's mouth." Oh. Gino was very well behaved this weekend.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, now we have Pat Maloney saying, I lost a trans child to suicide whom we totally supported. She was gay originally. I believe the trans agenda is being pushed on kids rather than letting them find their way. Thoughts, please." Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that, Pat.
That's awful.
That's really awful.
I agree. I think it's getting pushed on kids to be trendy because I remember when I was in high school, the cool thing was to be bi. So then everyone's like, "Oh, I'm bi," and it's like, "Really? Are you even sexually attracted to like, these types of people?" And they're like, "No," and it's like, "Well, then you're not fucking bi."
I know a girl I went to college with. She started to transition. She put it on Facebook. She was like day one. And then
no.
she got like halfway through the horror or whatever, testosterone stuff. And then she was like, "This is not for me." She changed her name back and stopped
She went back.
transitioning.
Was she able to like bounce back?
She didn't have any surgeries, apparently. I didn't know this woman very well, but I just saw it on Facebook. I was like, but I don't know. So I feel like, I mean, yeah, it's not something to jump into.
Yeah.
But why
that's
not?
really
If trans
tough.
is a good thing, why wouldn't it be something fun to jump into? They seem to never answer that question.
I don't know.
You got to pick one. Is it good or is it bad?
I don't know.
Oof.
I think I don't know. Whatever makes people happy, but
does it? They're killing themselves? That doesn't sound too happy to me.
No, yeah, you're right.
Seems
It's
like there is a
terrible.
pretty high rate of trans people unaliving themselves, which is
Ugh.
horrible. Yeah, it's got to be really horrible. Like, I mean, it's hard enough to, I think, like, be trans, but especially if it's like this is being pushed on you. Oh, that's a lot to change about your life to kind of please somebody else.
Kids do strange things for attention too sometimes,
Right.
So if this is like TikTok and everything, and which I think it's great, but maybe you're getting the wrong idea in your head, and that you want to do that. I don't know though.
Yeah,
Never been my experience.
The culture has done a good job of making it seem like very cool to be trans. I think like once we can make it seem like it's not as cool to be trans, then the ones who really want to transition will, and maybe less of the kids that are just confused or bored won't.
But where did these come from? Where did all these trans people come from? Like, this wasn't a thing 60 years ago or so.
Well, they used to say that.
rare.
My nana says that about gay people,
Yeah, but they're doing the same thing. They're trying to like push it down people's throats with gayness too, with homosexuality in general. It's the same thing.
I just
It's not
think
like they're not.
gay. I don't know about trans. I think gay, even as in my experience in high school, that it was like everybody always loved Rocco. My best friend Elliot, though, had a harder time coming out. Now it's like not even a thing. Like kids are just like, I'm gay or not when you're a kid, And to me, I think that's good. So I don't know.
You have teachers, like look at Libs of TikTok. You have teachers that aren't even qualified or certified to be talking about these discussions, introducing sexuality to young children, like first, second, third grade, talking about their own sexuality. Like, yeah, I'm your teacher and I'm gay, and here's why being gay is good. So I think both are being pushed on children, actually, regardless if they're born that way or not. I think it's totally possible because, like, hormones you are your hormones, and they dictate a lot. They can dictate how you feel about your gender, how you feel about yourself, if you're depressed or not. It's like a huge deal. So I wouldn't discount that, but that's really beside the point.
And isn't sexuality a spectrum anyway? I mean, I feel like women can be, sort of in the middle or sort of just wherever it is, and it's not really a thing. But men, you have to sort of be one or the other, or bi doesn't exist for men. But I totally believe that. Like, I'm not one to hook up with a woman, but I've been in a threesome. I don't mind going down on a chomping on some cookie. Like, it's fine. I'll do it. Like, what does that make me gay? I don't know, but I'm not.
It makes
I
you
mean,
fun, Keanu.
I'm just a fun gal. I don't know. But
My theory is that dick always wins. So, like, why it's that women can be bi, but men are like, oh, you're either gay or straight. I think it's because no matter what scenario you look at, the dick always wins. So, like, if a guy is bi, he will tend toward, unless it's like social pressure to have like a beard or something, he will tend toward penises because, like, men have the G spot in their ass. And then for women, like, physically, the penis also feels better. So in the end, for both genders, dick always wins. So, like, bi women usually turn out straight, and then bi guys usually turn out gay.
The dick always wins.
My G spot is actually in the garage. I have to go get it. Martin number 1, read my soups, please. I feel like I am. Oh, I did this already. Steve Surfaro, BPA in thermal paper proven in Swiss study. Loved you kids in Content House. Do Ocean Beach next. Where is that? Maryland?
That's in San Francisco.
Oh, whoops. I need to look at a map. Yeah,
Ocean
a beach house.
is a nude beach in San Francisco.
Oh,
it is Baker. Never mind.
No.
Never mind. That's Baker. Ocean is like the biggest beach in San Francisco.
A beach house would be amazing.
A beach. That would be fun. A lot of content.
Azalal says, according to Steve, he's just a guy who likes Anna's art, although he didn't deny being Henry Cavill. Why not send him a sketch or something?
If he gives me his address, I'll send him a sketch. I don't know what he wants.
That sounds.
I personally prefer painting to drawing, so I don't know. Do you want one?
Okay. Okay. Ooh, from K-Max. If Keanu hooked up with Keanu Reeves, would she be the first woman to hook up with her own same name guy, unless there's a male Chrissy, Anna, or Brittany?
I think if I met a guy named Anna, like any kind of lady boner I could have would just disappear.
I know a tailor that fucked a tailor, and I said, that's really cool. I said, I want to fuck a Keanu. He said, so do I. I think I fucked him. I thought that was so cute. But no, I mean, it's because it's a unisex name.
Right.
What the fuck? You want us to stay in a barn, Frank?
Uh-oh. Let's see. What's in this private chat here?
Did your parents name you after Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
Are they like big fans?
Point Break. Yeah, I don't know. If it wasn't Keanu, it was going to be Suki or Lois.
The stables at Georgetown. This is in Texas. Whoa. This looks interesting.
Are there horses?
This does look very stable-like. All
It's
right,
a
these are living
barn.
room. Look at this. We're basically staying in little, oh God, cots. Oh, this looks very much like, I don't know, something out of a movie where
Or
like
a porn.
I know that they're king size mattresses. It's not so much the size of the mattress as like the configuration of this. It just seems like you're in like little stables, basic little stalls.
That is what it is.
Yeah, look at that. You're in a stall. This is a literal stable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Oh, it's horse themed. Whoa. I'd go for it. I'm down. I'll stay wherever.
That's cool.
No, Chrissy, really? Even after the whole like 2.5-star experience?
Oh God. Right, because this bed does remind me of my time at the Extended Stay America, which is the official hotel of getting kicked out of your house by your wife.
Oh my
I decided.
God.
It was rough. Like
Wait, what happened?
I stayed in this hotel in, gosh, where was it? It was Texas. It was an extended stay. There's no carpet on the floor. So you have to like just wear your socks around. And it was rough. And there were like stains on the fridge. And it was on the first floor, like next to the parking lot. So I just felt like anybody could kind of roll up.
Sounds classy. Continue.
I was like, I just kept telling myself, you know what? You're living within your means, Chrissy. This is what you got to do. Oh, bunk beds.
Aww.
Maybe. God, this I wonder how many people this sleeps.
26 beds.
26 beds.
Hey, look
Okay,
at that
wow.
table.
Damn. This is This is like the
So
Last
who
Supper.
cleaned up the house?
You mean before we left?
Yeah, who did all the cleaning?
I think a lot of us did a lot of the cleaning. I know Brittany was cleaning a lot, Lindsay was cleaning a lot, I was cleaning a lot. Definitely this morning, kind of all the time. I feel like I was constantly picking stuff up and like running glasses to the sink.
Just the women.
Oh, yeah, true. But yeah, everyone was pitching in. That was pretty good. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Russell Hall says, "How soundproof are those stable stall rooms?" Yeah, they don't look soundproof at all.
Non-existent, Russell.
They could definitely hear you mating. Count Dooku is not comfortable with Russell talking about the bend of my lightsaber.
No 45-degree angle fucking.
Nope. Baptist, spill the dish, Brittany. Did Anthony get it? Ooh.
Did he get what?
I assume
He got me a mimosa. That was really good. He's good at making drinks.
Was Anthony? I don't think
It was an honor.
I didn't get the sense that Anthony was hitting on you.
He also
At
got
all.
his phone up my ass. I mean, the other way around. My phone up his ass. He was sitting on the couch and I left my phone there. He sat on it. And I was like, that'd be a good 2 truths, 1 lie thing. You know, so be one of the truths, but they'll think it's a lie. Yeah, Anthony Cumia had my phone up his ass.
Oh,
I'm
that's like
gonna win
first
every
base.
round.
Yeah. He loved the karaoke, I think, most of all.
Yeah, he's really. I was surprised how good he is at karaoke too. But yeah, he's really friendly, and no, he wasn't like weird toward me or anything. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Russell Hall, would Keanu too go down on Gates McFadden for love?
Gates
I don't
McFadden.
know who that is.
She played Beverly Crusher in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Let me look her up. I'll tell you if I'll chomp her cookie or not.
Jumper cookie.
If there was a dude involved, let's see. Oh.
Kiana, would you pick cookie chomping over dick though?
No,
If given the option. Okay, so
I'm
no.
just
To me
nice,
that says
yeah.
you're mostly I would say to me that sounds like you're straight, but you're accommodating.
No, I'm just too nice.
Yeah.
I'm a good guest star.
You're a people pleaser.
Yeah, I mean, I don't never really want to. And this woman is she's a little older.
I think
Look at her in her prime, I think is what they're going for. Look at her in Star Trek.
I think if you would chomp cookie like with the same fervor that you would suck a dick, then yeah, you're truly bisexual. But if like you prefer dick, then I would say you're
I'm like I give like a world-class blowjob. I have no idea. I have no idea how good with the cookie chomping. No idea what's going on there. But
it's
Chat said they need proof.
It's much more complicated to chomp a cookie.
That's true. Even the term chomp is probably wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's pretty. I that's fine. When she was not,
When she was
she's a little older. That would feel a little odd.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't a threesome with a little bit of an older lady though.
Yeah?
She wasn't that old. I was like 21 and she was like she wasn't old though.
Like 40s?
When I'm 21 and she was maybe 38 or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not old at all, but I don't know. At that time, it was like a little older, but she cried, so it didn't.
How did you meet her?
An old slam piece was like, my girlfriend's really into. We saw you at the bar, and my girlfriend's really into girls too. Like, can we take you home? I was like, oh, whatever. So I went home with them, and then it was all right.
Did a little bit of you feel like, oh man, it's not like I got to pick this lady. This lady was sort of picked for me.
Why did she cry?
Why did women cry in threesomes? Because she felt like he was paying too much attention to me, and then when
the girl, I had a threesome where the girl cried.
Yeah, it's happened to me a couple times. Like, if you're not ready for this, that's why I would never have a threesome in a relationship. That's just me, because I know I wouldn't be like cool with that. Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot to be accommodating for.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Melonie, That was meant for Buck, but he's not here. Okay. Oh, Buck. Okay, for Buck Angel. Yeah. I don't know where he is.
I think Buck would know about pussy tightening exercises if they
That's
work or
true.
not,
He
right?
would. Yeah, let me
That's
see. I
so
wonder if
funny
he's
in
confused.
2022. Yeah, he would know how to tighten his pussy.
Right, because he still has his. My pussy matters. I can't stop saying that. Okay. Brittany, you did get your hair sniffed Biden style. Did Gino sniff your hair?
Him and Anthony, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
If I
Just out
remember
of nowhere?
correctly. I
What
was
prompted
drinking, so I
hair
remember.
sniffing?
Oh, Anthony was making jokes about thumping cream because that's what he was asking, what do I do for my hair? And then I think at some point it led to that, to them like touching / smelling my hair.
What a question. He's asking you about like hair products.
Yeah, I mean, he has curly hair too, so it's some relatability. You know, that's another funny 2 truths, 1 lie one I could tell. Like, Anthony Cumia sniffed my hair. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's a pretty big deal. Yeah. Elsid Barrett, they don't build stables for people to sleep in. What happened to all the horses? Oh, no. Glue factory, I
Glue.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got glued.
Poor ponies.
Do vegans use glue?
That's a really good question.
That
Do
means
they
can't
really
use
make
patience.
glue out of horses still?
Christopher thinks Keanu's nickname should be the Cookie Monster.
Okay, monster. Isn't that how he talks? Cool. I'm not.
Do you think? Yeah, I don't think you've had enough to be a monster.
Yeah. No, not a fiend. Not. He's really into cookies. I'm really not.
Mm.
Yeah. Interesting. Venti, were you worried that you were gonna get hit on a lot this weekend?
See, you asked that as if it's not like a default. I'm from New York. I'm always on guard. Like, there's never a time I'm not on guard for something like that. So,
Oh yeah. Use the what was the metaphor you said earlier today that was really good?
oh, it's like being a woman is like being in an empty parking lot with a sign that says, I have $10,000 cash on me at all times.
Yeah.
And then Chrissy said, well, some women more like $500.
And the guy's like, you know what? I'll take 500. That seems easy.
It's a bargain.
Yeah. Ooh, this woman cannot go outside without getting hit on. It's so hard being hot. Russell Hall, that dude in the intro pic used to be a chick. Yup. Yeah, I wonder if he just got the dates confused or the time confused.
Oh my god, really? I thought that was like a joke that he says that he's trans on Twitter.
Buck Angel, no, yes, he's definitely trans.
Oh,
He
no idea.
he goes by like Tranpa is like his sort of nickname.
Cute.
But yeah, biologically a female, has a really great story. He actually speaks to like, I don't know. It sounds weird to say like the youth, but he does like a lot of outreach and coaching, and he's very much against like the cultural sort of like pressuring to transition, and you know, talks about how big of a deal it is and how much he went through. Matt Carr, oh, the year was 1778. I don't know what that's about.
Is that?
I don't know.
So I
Sometimes
looked up the horse thing, by the way. Yes, they do use horses and other animals such as pigs and cattle for glue.
What?
So I wonder if vegans use glue.
Oh, right.
They literally can't. Imagine being a vegan. You literally can't glue things
You
together.
can't craft.
All these.
Oh my god. That's actually that would be such a funny sketch. Like, sorry, I
is.
can't. Like you're in an art class and you're like, sorry, I can't use any glue. I'm a vegan. Spectral. The content house was great, and that 6 hours of karaoke was insane. Well done. I cannot believe we went that long. Like I was on my second and third wind.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh,
People in the chat like, you guys suck.
Yeah, TBYS just made a good point. He said that it depends on the vegan, but cameras use glue too.
Cameras?
Yeah, like some cameras use glue. So that means vegans literally can't internet.
Whoa. Or they have to have just an avatar.
Yeah.
What's that called? A VTuber?
Vegans can't become cam girls either, or cam
Oh,
boys.
no. David Carpenter, love the Kumia Brittany content and anything with Gino. Yeah, this is what we were saying. A lot of people were watching for Anthony Cumia, Brittany, and Gino.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be in the same sentence. Thank you.
Oh. So yes, Buck has not had. I think Buck is pre-op.
Mhm.
So he hasn't had downstairs surgery. If you must know. So yeah. I don't know. What did you do this weekend, Keanu?
I had a show and I went to dinner and we went to the karaoke bar downstairs. Yeah. I don't know. Nothing crazy.
What's your
Phoned a couple times.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
I won't do it down there. I just know too many people, but I could do Green Day or All Falls Down by Kanye West. Those are the only two I could do.
How does
Those
All
are
Falls
great
Down
picks.
go?
Those are good
Yeah.
ones.
Well, I can't do the singing part of All Falls Down. You know that one? Man, I promise. I'm so self-conscious. That's why I always to be with at least one of my watches. You know that one?
How do I not?
And
I
it
feel
all falls
I feel so
down.
white right now.
White
Although
Boy Core
I
is
have
the best for karaoke.
What's that?
White Boy Core is the best for karaoke. Like any song that sounds like you holding your nose, that genre.
I wanna be an American idiot.
You hear a lot of Fall Out Boy down there, a lot of Mr. Brightside.
Oh gosh,
and
yeah.
Couples singing Shallow with the Bradley Cooper Lady Gaga song. I want to fucking throw up. Like, stop this.
You look out if you're the guy in that one.
Creep is I loved singing Creep, and then I realized it's like so many people's go-to karaoke song. And I was like,
God.
oh, I started to like it less.
I have a terrible story about that song. So I went on a date with this guy, and it was our first date. And okay, to get a little
He was a
background.
creep.
No, well, he chose
He
that.
was
to
a
sing.
skater boy.
Well, so he was like the head ballerina for the San Francisco Ballet. So already
Ooh.
I was like,
A
"Are you,
ballerino.
bi? Like, what's going on here?" Because he took me to a gay bar in the Castro, and the song he decided to sing was Creep. And I was like, what is going on? And we met up with his friend who was an opera singer who was like obviously very gay. And so I'm like, it's our first date. That's the song you decide to serenade me with is Creep. And so I was asking his friend, I'm like, is he gay? Like, what's going on? Like, why did he take me to a gay bar to sing karaoke and he's singing like Creep song? Like, I'm getting really mixed signals. And he's like, no, he's not gay just because he's a ballerina. Like, all of his friends are gay. So this is where he's comfortable. And I was like,
Wow.
okay. But I just remember it was like the weirdest thing. Like, why would you pick Creep to serenade your date with?
Ugh.
He gay baited you.
I'm a weirdo.
I like to start out with a bimbo song like Barbie Girl and then end up with something like Nicki Minaj Did It on them or like My Name Is Eminem. Just like the most vulgar song possible.
My
I
name
feel
is.
like it's good.
Those
You
are
know
good
what?
choices, too.
I thanks to the chat suggestions, I found a couple new karaoke songs that I really like. 9-Inch Nails Help Me is such a good song. Like if you really want to feel yourself, it's like, ooh, you forget like how sexy 9-Inch Nails is.
My brother's is For Non-Blondes. I wake in the morning and I go outside. What's that song called? And I take a deep breath and I
get real high and
and
I scream the top of my lungs.
it's called What's Going On. Yeah.
And I said, hey. Yeah. I also didn't realize how popular Fiona Apple Criminal was.
I never heard anybody sing that song. I do love her though.
What I need is a good defense, 'cause I'm feeling like a criminal. It's so like it's easy to sing like to yourself or in the shower. For some reason, when you get on a microphone and do karaoke, you're like, oh, you feel like you need like way more juice.
Yeah. My man, it's so embarrassing. He sings Poison every time we're in there. That girl is poison. And I'm just starting to feel like it's like about me. Like, why are you saying? Without a doubt, when he goes in there, he's going to sing Poison. And he thinks he like kills it. It's so embarrassing.
Oh, Hannah has to go.
you.
I want to know. I don't want to keep her past her time because she's got things to do. Anna, thank you for jumping on.
Yeah,
I've
sorry I'm so late. I totally
No.
forgot today was Sunday.
Me too. I know. I'm a little off today too. Anna, how's the eye project going? What are you working on? Where can people follow you?
iProject is on pause while I fulfill these calendars, which Brittany, I found out yours arrived. So when you get home, it'll be
yeah?
there. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Thank you, Anna.
haven't made any YouTube content, haven't done literally anything else except for print out shipping labels and pack shipments. So fingers crossed I can finish it this week so I can get back to like normal life. But yeah, I've just been doing that. If you are looking for me, you can find me on every platform as just That Star Wars Girl or That Star Wars Girl 77. And thanks for having me on again. I'm sorry I can't stay very long, and I'm sorry I was so late.
Okay.
But I will see you all next time. And it was nice to meet you, Keanu.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks,
Bye, everyone.
Anna.
Bye,
Bye.
Anna.
From XSL, used to want to date for years, then marriage, then kids ASAP, but now I want to marry and have several years before kids. How about y'all? Any changes? I mean, it's like it's hard to know what you want until you actually like live through your own life. When I was in
Never
college,
wanted kids, right?
I never wanted kids in college either. I was like, I'm gonna be a feminist.
Yeah, I guess it depends. It seems to be a common trope where women at first don't want kids and then they change their mind later. For me, it's always been consistent. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I always wanted a lot of kids. There was never a time. I mean, there's like times where the only time it makes me reconsider is when I'm scrolling TikToks and they're like, yeah, when you're pregnant, sometimes you can lose all your teeth and all your hair, and
I've
your
heard
pussy
this.
can rip open to your butthole, and you get like some weird fat in your lower back because if something goes wrong in certain cases, like all this stuff is like, okay, maybe it's not that bad if I don't have kids. Like, so that's a little bit like feeling that. But overall, it'd be nice to
Pussy
have kids
ripping
and
into your butthole.
married.
When
Then
I-
you just have one big hole.
When I was a kid, my mom,
Yeah.
I was just walking up the stairs and she went, Keanu, just want you to know, you can either have fun and live your life, or you can get married and do laundry. What do you want to? I'm like, bitch, you never did my dad's laundry. Please stop this. But she always like, she just meant like follow your dreams. You know, and my dad's like, never get married. You don't need to. You're cool. Just like hang out.
Does that like I don't know, feel a little weird coming from your own married parents? Like, are they
They're
divorced?
divorced.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
divorced. Okay,
But they're buddies still. They're
Yeah.
friends even. We all work better, I guess, single. I mean,
friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's funny. So, and it wasn't like my mom was like some sort of housewife or something crazy, or my dad ever made her do anything. She's just, they're definitely better divorced. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's never been something I wanted to do. Don't really
I
care
think
about it.
I think companionship is fun. So that's
I don't
my
mind
idea of
being with
being
somebody,
satisfied
but-
and fun.
I don't know if I need to be. I think I'd be really afraid to get married.
Yeah. It is. It's scary. I
Yeah.
think there's no way I would have been able to accomplish what I've accomplished in the last like 10 years, but I mean like honestly the last 6 to 8 years if I had kids, because just like the sheer amount of traveling by myself and doing all these dates and touring around and like
And you have a really supportive man,
late night
too.
spots. Yes, that definitely really helps. Yeah.
So that's good too. That's
I actually
So-
found an interesting fact from a book I'm reading. So I found this surprisingly. I found this book recommendation off of TikTok. It's called Why Men Marry Some Women and Not Others. And it
Oh,
goes
yeah, you were
through
talking about this book.
analytical data and statistics. Yeah, and it goes through all the data of all the recently married couples. They're like staying outside of the courthouse and like interviewing them. And as it went on, they asked more and more questions to more couples. And they found through the data that the women who are married, you would think, oh, well, it's like you choose your career or, you get married type of thing. They actually found that the women who got married were more successful in their career than the women who, quote unquote, chose their career over marriage. So they were actually succeeding much less than the women who are married and career women, so to speak. It's just that the difference was that the career women who were actually way more successful and married would take out time to have socializing. Like they would be social, go to social gatherings, events, single scene, etc. They would still make time to meet men versus the other women who prioritized their career and didn't even make as much money, didn't do that. So they got the worst end of the stick.
I
Hmm.
So that's
will
what's
say
interesting.
so I guess 2021 was like the first year I ever like paid my bills or like I worked, but not like enough. I like worked at a restaurant, but not made enough money in stand up or anything to like pay my rent. But so my dad was always supporting me. I mean, like, do stand up and follow your dreams. And then when I was sort of after like he's retired, sort of, and I was wanting to like support myself, it did kind of cross my mind. It would be easier to, I could still do stand up and like marry a rich man. I don't know, but it never crossed my mind before, ever. So I understand why that's a good option for people, and companionship is something you think about more when the older you get, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It just seems like a pipe dream or a luxury. Like I think back to like I don't think I've ever dated a man where I would have been able to like quit my job and just like do whatever the fuck I wanted, whether that includes having kids or just pursuing comedy. Like I just never had the luxury, or maybe I just never thought to just date for income alone.
I know, but
despite my mom's advice, you know.
Every once in a while, I think, why don't I just go down to hang out in FIDE and
But then
just
when you
see
do
what
that, you're
happens?
seen as like a gold digger, and you know,
I'm exactly saying
Yeah.
being a gold digger. I would never do it, but it does cross your mind. It just never occurred to me before. I don't know.
yeah.
Obviously, I would never do that, but I understand why people do.
I mean, the few guys when I was single, like the few guys that I dated that were definitely rich. Like I dated this one guy that was like an ER doctor.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? A couple of lawyers, and they were boring. Like it was like when you go on a podcast and you're like, oh, I have to be fun enough for 2 or 3 people. That's how it felt on these dates. And I was like, oh man, I felt like I was really working. I was like, really?
Yeah, I mean, how can you live your life like that? This person that doesn't understand you at all or have any sense of humor.
Yeah.
Well, they
know.
call like gold diggers lazy hoes, but you know, I don't endorse being a lazy hoe. I endorse being an efficient hoe. I think that's the smart
Yeah.
move.
I endorse being a hoe, an equal opportunity hoe, no matter what. I like it.
Yeah, it's all good. I think it's just
But like
it's
being a hoe
important
for
to
one person.
God.
Yeah, that's fun. Cause then you can like really learn the best way to be a hoe for that one person. You don't have to like
Exactly.
relearn a new guy.
Sex
Yeah,
is
think
better
about
with
it.
one
Like
person, I
people who
guess.
are think about people who are just going around fucking everyone. Like, how are they actually learning? Like, you're just like doing it new every time. You're not going to be learning anything. But if you're someone who's in long-term relationships, you're going to learn a lot more because there's more communication.
And you
In
can get
my
away with knowing less. Like you can get away with like that first date sex that's just kind of like, we just did it. Like we were excited. It's
Yeah.
novelty. You don't actually have to like develop your skill set.
in my hoe phases, when I was like boning like the whole city, I was more like exciting to just go and do that. It wasn't about the sex. Like, of course, it's not going to be like amazing, but it was just like a fun cap on the night. It was exciting to go out and like do that. I didn't mind. I had slam pieces more than like one night stands, but I don't know. It wasn't, but never really about the sex. But yeah, when you're with in a relationship, you learn. Yeah.
I love slam pieces too when they slam their credit card on the counter to pay for my meal.
Oh,
That's what I call a slam piece.
A slam piece.
Yeah, I think it's important, like as the excitement wanes, to make sure you're putting in the time to like right as the excitement and novelty wanes, your proficiency better be like compensating for it, your skills, I guess.
That sounds about right.
K-Max, Brittany, what was it like discussing your 23andMe to Anthony at 4 a.m.? Anthony seemed confused at your explanation. Great chemistry, though.
I mean, I feel like he would understand what it's like to be black. He's Italian, isn't he?
True.
No.
Hey.
Italians are black.
True.
If they're Southern Italian, they're black.
True. There's a little mix in
like
there.
Sicilian.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Was he shocked to hear that you were black?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Maybe Chad remembers.
Oh, it's Gino. Hi, Gino. Gino in the chat. What's that like, being with a man that's supportive of you, asking for a friend? Oh, Gino, as he considers his next co-host.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay. Thanks, Gino. Good to see you this weekend. Russell Hall, you learn something new every time. Yes, you definitely should be. 200-watt studio. Open marriage is way to go. My girl Jada told me. Oh, God.
Oh, fuck that. No.
Fuck that.
No.
I know. I think that just takes way more work. Like, it's twice the
Oh.
amount of communication. It's twice the amount of everything. So that must take away from like other goals that you want in your life, I think.
Yeah, it's no bueno. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. I think you're setting yourself up just to like feel bad. The chat is
Maybe
talking about
castration and,
circumcision.
Oh, really? Are they?
Yeah, chat's
Should
all
we
over the
talk
places.
about? Should we circumcision pill them?
Oh God. My nephew's not circumcised.
How do you
And
know
I was
that?
like, that my brother told me. I also found out my brother is not circumcised like just a couple years ago. I was like, whoa.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm surprised I hadn't asked about it earlier in life, but I just was like, oh, I guess that's not
Hey.
the penis I envisioned for you, brother. No, it's just like I never thought about it. When I picture my brother's penis, it's always circumcised. Ew. So, yeah. It's just like I see my brother as very much an asexual being, like a sea sponge.
Is he like a?
That's
Do you have a
normal, I
wife?
feel.
Or oh yeah, you
I
have
don't
a
He
see
does,
nephew.
yeah. He has a wife and 2 kids, and he actually left his job to be a stay-at-home dad because they did the math and realized that whatever they were spending in child care wasn't worth it for him to like. And it sounds like he didn't really like love his job because he's like not missing it and he's loving being a dad, which is so sweet.
That is all the rage these days, I've heard.
Yeah.
So if it works, it works.
Yeah, it's cute. I love that they like love to read and they love to be like read to. I was like, oh. Okay. I'm hungry.
Me too.
What's there to eat?
I'm
in
scared
your,
of
do you
going
have,
outside though.
Yeah. Do you have food around you? It didn't look like it.
No, just pistachios, but also like I could go out and just walk to the deli, but it's also nighttime. So it's like, it's like kind of like tossing a coin. Like, maybe I'll get sexually harassed, maybe I won't.
Do I need a little boost? Yeah. West Britannicus. Hey girls, hope you all had a great time in the Poconos. Did the cabin make it out in one piece? Yes, the cabin. Like I think we cleaned it. Like we took a lot of the trash out. It was a lot of work. And we cleaned all the glasses and put them all back. And I arranged them in like a really like ADD manner. Like with the handles all going the same way.
It was funny. I'm gonna call it Frankie here. Frankie didn't know how to use a dishwasher.
Really? Oh, that's precious.
Yeah, I recently only knew myself because in New York you never get one. You're like you get a washing machine in the building in New York. So
was it the
I had to learn
buttons?
myself. My friend had to teach me. It was like so in a dishwasher. I mean, did I say washing machine? I meant dishwasher. So in a dishwasher, you have to put a little pod in the thing. But Frankie
Close it
didn't
up.
know this. He was like, "How do you use this?" And I showed
Oh.
him how to use it.
Wow, that's really cute.
New Yorkers learning how to use dishwasher. It's a good meme. Like New Yorkers can't even dishwash.
No, they can't. It's precious. 200-watt. I like V that look like hastily packed suitcases. Wow.
Oh my god.
That's quite the visual there.
That's cute.
I wonder what mine looks like. If it looks like a neatly packed suitcase or a hastily packed suitcase. Or I bet mine looks like an overnight bag. To be honest, the ones where you can put the shoes in the bottom. Yeah, just a beat up wallet. Oh man. Okay.
An overnight
Oh.
bag.
You don't like Brittany referring to Frank as Frankie? Because you know him as Frank.
I liked it.
You did like
Well,
it?
maybe it's because Frankie McDonald.
I think he likes being called Frankie. Oh, you didn't mean Frankie McDonald, you meant Frankie P.
Yeah.
Oh, really? This is really? That's a Nikki Glazer joke? Saying that your puss looks like an overnight bag? Oh, shit. All right.
Parallel thought.
Parallel. Chrissy missing the Pocono snack. I am missing the snack bowls. I went very much off keto this weekend, but
You're doing keto? How's
I'm
that?
gonna be back where you're just mostly eating like meat and like not carbs and not sugar.
All I eat is like 7-Eleven.
Really?
Terrible diet.
What do you like getting from 7-Eleven? Do you get like the rotating like
like a
wheelie
hot dog? Yeah, or like chips, or they have taquitos. I love like French fries, chicken nuggets from McDonald's. I have a terrible diet.
Okay, so you just have like incredible genetics and metabolism.
Maybe I'm just stressed. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes. Oh, yeah, I guess me and my dad are on the thinner side. I didn't get the Italian gene, so my mom's on the thin side too, but she's got an AS.
Good genetics. Brittany, were your
What was
parents
the
like
one we went to
thinner?
today called?
Oh,
my
we
parents,
went
no.
to was it Quick Check? I think it was Quick Check.
I like their boiled eggs. They're actually pretty good.
You know, I fucks with the hard boiled eggs too from 7-Eleven, and I get shamed for them.
I didn't know that they had those.
In the cold section.
Oh.
And then you dust a little salt and pepper on there. Ooh. It's good. Oh, I think I got all the super chats. Oh, yeah, okay, 200 watt. Nikki Glazer, Conan joke. I super chatted it upstream. All right. Well, let's see here. I think I got them all. I'm just one man, guys. Okay. Okay, we got the hastily packed
See, I think
suitcase.
in regards to my parents not really being on the thin side. I mean, at one point my mom was a bodybuilder, but that was like before I was born, and she was skinny like when I was really young, but after that not so much. She was like very curvy. Like she looked good with a lot of weight too, but I think it kind of got countered by like all the allergies I have. So it's like, no, you're forced to be skinny. You can't eat shit.
Oh, you have a bunch of allergies? That's a
corn.
good way to.
Yeah. Corn, shellfish.
Well, I was taller like my dad. My mom is real short and she's like curvier because she's Italian, but I mean so much. But I got like long legs, like chicken legs from my dad, but I don't know. She doesn't really. She watches what she eats, but she's a aerobics instructor, and so none of us have any allergies though, or any like food restrictions. None of us are vegan.
So you can all use glue.
On either side has allergies. It's just like I'm like defective.
What happens to you? Does your like throat close up if you eat something you're not supposed to?
Depends which allergy. Yeah, depends which allergy. Corn is like hives head to toe. Shellfish is like I go into shock and my heart rate goes up and throat closing. So yeah, there's a few others that I don't want to get into, but it depends. Sometimes my eyes, like if it's tree pollen, my eyes will like blow up like this and I have to go to the hospital.
Oh no.
I look a hammerhead shark.
That's horrible.
Okay, that sounds hilarious, but also scary. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like all my ailments are kind of funny actually, now that I think about it.
A funny allergy. Nesquick said, forget the content house. Embrace the Ethan Ralph bowling catastrophe. I don't know anything about that. Bowling
I only got the tidbits of that on Twitter scrolling. I was too busy getting my phone out of Anthony's ass.
Yeah.
But basically, I think what happened was Flamenco, another streamer, accidentally doxed himself when he tried to allegedly dox Ralph. I don't know like what they mean. Do they mean he leaked his phone number? Like, what? I don't know what they mean by that. And then there was another thing about the bowling thing. Like give information, like address, phone number, things that are like used to maliciously.
Got it.
So like you send them hookers, you send them like a bunch of pizza boxes or cardboard boxes from USPS or pizza, etc. Things like that, or you show up to their house. And then so the bowling thing, I think Flamenco said he had a bunch of people there that were going to stream Snight Ralph for him, and then like they were like laughing at that because like, oh, we're getting him to freak out or whatever, and then I think Flamenco accidentally doxed himself. And
Whoa.
according to them, he tried to dox Ralph. I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't look into
Okay.
it.
Interesting. Okay. I think I read this right. Martin number 1 said I'd go straight for Britt or Ashton. Gay simp. Grem Poltakin. Read my soups, please. My hair looks great. Pat Melonie. Knitters make 50% of the drapes. That's very interesting. Okay.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, it is a fun fact. Okay, I think I got this all. Read Martin. See my.
You just got one from Neil Hope.
What? Oh boy. Oh, Neil Hope. Hey, Chrissy, can you wish me a happy birthday? P.S. The you saying Jay and Ryan being gay from the park is still going on. Jay mad as feck. Oh, happy birthday, Neil. What an interesting spelling. It's fun. It's fun to make gay jokes. It's just a fact of life.
Wouldn't that be Niall?
Niall, have I been saying wrong this whole time?
I don't know.
Oh.
Neil?
Neil.
Neil.
Dan
Neil.
Heelan said Rocco's Modern Life. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's a cool name. Russell Hall, either Brittany's typing is making strangely lewd noises or Anna needs to stop looking at Henry Cavill pics and turn her camera on. Oh, from R. James. Can't stay, but wanted to say thanks for the 48-hour stream. Had a blast. Brittler and Frank deserve medals. I've gained the utmost respect for Venti after seeing how good of a friend she is to you, Chrissy. Oh, that's true.
Chrissy's a great friend too. It's mutual.
Oh my God. Thanks. I'm going to cry. The Admiral says, my super chat V card for y'all. I'm second Asian fan, but instead of being cheap, 30 is what we pay for oyster buffet. Question about sex. Kissing, go or no go? SW say no kissing. What about slam pieces? Kissing only boyfriend, husband, wife. Oh, do you mean in terms of like whether it's considered cheating or not?
I think, do you kiss people that are just your slam pieces during sex?
Oh God. I guess it depends on the person.
I've had plenty of sex where we didn't kiss at all.
Wow.
But either way, it just depends.
Yeah.
Oh, great. The chat's asking about eye contact. Here we go. During sex.
To imagine 3 exes were moms. I had no problem with their diamond. What? Oh, like they were
tight enough.
Okay.
Right?
That's good to hear. Nesquik, planning Anna's birthday party. Does a Korean restaurant karaoke bar sound good? Oh my God, no. She hated that Korean restaurant in Texas. Russell, the vagina is a beautiful mess. You're a beautiful mess. I think I got them all. Rocket attack. No, damn it. I'm a war vet. I read that. Don't do it. Pat Maloney said, don't do it. Take care of your stepson. I don't know what that was about. Oh, Porco Rosso. Poconos was good. Brittany revealed she is a pro. Ashton kind of got used to being criticized by strangers, and no knitters were injured. Caesar John, does Anna know there's a deep fake pornography of Chrissie Mayr? I think she does know. So what were the highlights of the Pocono house? What ended up happening with Ashton? Recap, please. Would you guys do it again? Make it YouTube Big Brother. Would definitely do it again. Highlights were for me roller skating and going to the shooting range. And also karaoke was so fun. I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
Ashton, I think her flight was delayed. Or no, she's flying out, I think, tomorrow. Carrie's flight was delayed. But yeah, I think Ashton's fine. Yeah.
I like how she was the only one who agreed with me about eye contact during sex. She actually explained it pretty well. Like why
that's a little
awkward.
Too much.
No, I mean,
I forgot exactly what she said.
I've been with men that are like, look at me. Okay. I mean,
Let me
I don't
ask
care. I'll
her.
do whatever you want. It's just if it's like if you're so obsessed with it, maybe it's a little.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens. I don't know.
Mr. VNM, holy shit. I thought y'all would take the week off. How are y'all now thinking about purchasing? What? Okay. Pat Melonie, good evening, my knitters. Great weekend. Shooting ain't easy. Yeah, it is tricky.
Well, like I said, Chrissy's work ethic is absolutely unmatched.
Oh, stop it. You have a killer work ethic too, though.
You know, I try
You're
not too
crushing
hard.
it. Okay. Michael Sallow, did I read that? Hail to Chrissy and the special shout out to Frank for his work in the Poconos. Hail Brittler. Ty de Bomba Suka for your work late into the evenings and early into the mornings. Anna, how'd you like WonderCon? I think I read that. Did anyone get a rash from the clam chowder tub? Oh, no. Thank God. And I think it's because I showered immediately.
From the what?
There's a hot tub that was like very sudsy. It had like a ton of foam at the top.
Oh.
More than I thought. I don't know. That's the thing. Is like we didn't know if it was from our bodies. There was like what 6 or 7 or 8 of us in there.
Oh man.
A lot of foam, and we were just trying to like splash out the foam.
Oh, I know another highlight, the campfire. That was pretty comfy.
That was great. Yes, that was great. Okay. Frank sent me one more
Oh, Ashton
suggestion.
just replied.
Oh yeah.
Ashton just replied. So she said this is the perfect explanation for why it's weird. She said it's similar to kissing while your eyes are open. That's exactly how I feel.
I kiss
Okay,
with
so
my
it's
eyes
just too
open.
much.
I don't know why.
it's just weird.
I kiss with my eyes open though. I didn't even realize I did until somebody told me.
Oh,
Well, how would they
that's
know?
kind of sweet.
Theirs weren't.
Someone saw me kiss someone and said your eyes were open. It's like,
Ooh,
ooh.
this is nice. Love the open
Ooh.
floor plan. This looks like a WeWork.
It does. Ooh. I love like the concrete.
Yes, it's very cold and modern looking.
That's very.
Oh, this is in New Orleans. New Orleans. Oh, I don't like this. Ugh. I'm like gonna walk myself into the corner. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Ugh, I don't know. This
The
is hard.
virtual walkthrough.
All right, fuck the virtual walkthrough. Love the pool. Love this funky wall. Okay, all right, we got a deck happening. Beautiful big kitchen. Yes. Ooh, mama like.
Sexy.
Maybe I'll look into that one. New Orleans Content House. Ooh, this is a hot take. People who don't kiss a committed partner with eyes open are hiding something.
Don't kiss a
Maybe that thing is
Their
autism.
autism?
That's a different thing. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm really tired. Thank you, ladies, for coming on. Keanu, where can people follow you? What's coming up for you?
Keanu C. Thompson on Instagram. You could find my OnlyFans there. Me and Alan Fuchs, my podcast co-host. I have a road gig soon. I just don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that. And you can listen to The Week in Sex if you could find that on my Instagram too and Twitter. Keanu C. Thompson. Thank you, Chrissy.
Awesome.
That's
Thank
so
you,
fun.
Keanu. I adore you. Brittany Venti, thank you for jumping on. Where can people follow you?
Not home.
Mhm.
Unlike the
Yeah,
men,
please don't
when
follow
I'm
her
gonna
home.
go to the deli after this. So YouTube, Brittany Venti. I do live streams on there, and I also am on Instagram, Brittany Venti and Brittany Wears. I have 2 separate ones, and I'm on TikTok, Brittany_Venti. And I also have a community Discord, so if you guys want to join it or you want to support my work, you can go to patreon.com/Brittany Venti. And I also have merch, so check that out. And
Yes,
Twitter, Brittany Venti.
the Bimbo Power Line. Check it out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for tuning
Thanks for having
into
me, Chrissy.
the SimpCast adore you both so much. And thank
Thank
you,
you.
Anna, for jumping on. Get tickets to Comedians of the Compound in Atlantic City, April 22nd and 23rd. Check out my album live from January 6th on Amazon and iTunes. And yeah, we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Hell yeah.